riggedy right. I don't know why I said that as the first thing. That's embarrassing. But anyway, hi! Hello! We're dancing this dance again, and I am nervous because I have 3 players who I've never had the pleasure of DMing or even playing with before, and they're all very exciting, wonderful people, and I will let them introduce themselves from top to bottom of the order, if you could.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Breaks. I guess I'm playing Johan Klarstein. He is a Frankenelli heraldic lion tune. And I am very excited to be here because, woo!
Hello, I'm Fable. I'm playing Bob, who's well, he's here. He's here and he's ready to have
him so very, very much.
Me too. We all love Bob.
He's a good boy. He's a good nervous boy. Kind of excited.
Oh, is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, I'm Selby9, also known for Cell. I'll be playing as Rowan, who is a Warren barbarian.
Yeah!
I'm very excited to be out here with all of you guys.
I love all of you so much. And also, Cell, because this is your first time ever playing in the Toonkind server, despite doing so much fan art. Like, wow! Yeah, you get an inspiration point. Straight off.
Oh no!
Oh yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
Not to say I don't
know
love.
if I deserve this.
Not to say I don't love you guys too, Fable
Oh
and
my
Bricks,
gosh,
but
you
like,
too.
yeah, Cell deserves it because, like,
No.
wow.
Oh.
No arguments there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
thank
I'm
you guys
pretty
so much.
easy. I'm pretty easy to like coax into giving inspiration points if you make terrible jokes. So just keep that in mind.
I'm so glad I have a terrible joke in mind.
Oh man, how
But I will
exciting!
Excellent.
save it.
Okay, so it's a lovely day in Toontown. We're back in Toontown, and I'm being distracted by the lovely art of the characters that is being posted. But I will have put that in the video. So we're in Toontown, and sun is shining, and there is nothing that could possibly go wrong on a day like this. But of course, that means it will. And we're very near to Dodo Studios. In fact, we're outside the studio, which is a bit unusual for our games. But I would like to ask what your characters are doing in Toontown, because let's start off with Bob. You are actually, like, you're not necessarily heading towards Dodo Studios. You might just be walking past it. Like, what's your day like in Toontown?
Well, Bob has had a pretty interesting time in Toontown and Inkwell overall, and he's on vacation, and it's not gone how he's expected it to go. So he's trying it his way, and his way of vacation or relaxing is looking for work.
Okay.
So I don't know if Dodo Studios has, like, I don't know, work wanted or something, but I imagine he's kind of walking around looking for places that might be I don't know, needing someone to do paperwork or something.
Well,
That's what he's good at.
yeah, there could be an opening for you. So yeah, you may be looking at the job advertising board. They do have one on one of the walls outside, and indeed they are looking for a new accountant. But we will now zip pan over to Johan, I think. And so what's Johan doing to bring him into the vicinity of Dodo Studios' main gates?
I think he's basically just kind of walking around, taking a little stroll. He's bought some books recently, so he's reading through one of that. He's not really paying attention to where he's going. It's just that his wanderings have happened to have taken him past Dodo Studios.
That's good. That's very natural. And in fact, I think the two of you probably get distracted from your, fairly innocent days by a conversation that is happening with the third member, who I happen to know has a very good reason to have been heading towards Dodo Studios, because Rowan has sort of ambition, doesn't he?
Oh yes, he does.
You want to describe that? Also, credit goes to Cell for the concept of this game. That was Cell.
Oh yeah, it was I.
Twas her.
So it's probably his first time being here in this place. He has heard probably some rumors going around, and he wants to go check out what is probably going on in this place.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe get some answers and maybe get, I don't know, a good story.
Yeah, so you head up to the main gate, which is currently guarded by two individuals. One is a penguin and one is an owl, and they look, like they look like security guards, but one almost wonders if they're just staff who are like that's their rota job for the day is being on the main gate.
All right.
Sorry, I kind of landed you in this.
No, it's okay. Yeah, so we would just be having a conversation about the place.
Well, you have to talk to them. I mean, what would you say if you're approaching these people?
Huh, okay. So is there any chance that I will be able to talk to the director here? There's any chance.
The penguin, who's the shorter, definitely the more aggressive of the two, looks you up and down with his arms crossed and the sunglasses and the little fedora, and just sort of says, "What's it to you?"
Just a curious little wandering person who wants to, I don't know, have a nice chat with them.
Nah, no dice. And the owl sort of does the calm down gesture with the feathers of her hands and turns to you and says, "Well, you see, it's not really possible at the moment because, there's a top secret project happening and, with everything that's been happening lately, we can't let any strangers into the studios. I do hope you understand."
Is that so? Huh. Okay then. Is there any chance that I can come back a little later?
They're gonna be here the whole time. In fact, because of the last comment the owl made, I think all three of you were like within earshot of that, and I want you all to roll history to see if you've been keeping up with the gossip in the newspapers.
Okay.
That's 16 from Briggs. Johan been reading those papers. Oh, 23 Bob!
Wow.
You got the juicy
Bob
deets.
is all about the paperwork.
Yeah.
All types of paper.
That's true.
He reads the news.
He does. Good boy. And Sel, if you could do that as well. It's exclamation mark D20 plus your modifier for history, which will be in that long list of things that you can do. It's usually plus your intelligence.
History. He is not that great with history.
As a barbarian, I would be surprised. Oh, but an 18 though! And this makes perfect sense.
Otherwise.
That's perfect because, like I said, you came here with an ambition because you and Bob, and Briggs, you kind of heard about this, but you're not sure if you believe it. I think that's where your 16 is at. But you've heard rumours that not only has the director of this studio had a bit of a hard time lately, having, been lambasted by slander. You all remember that because that was a whole thing prior to his comeback. But there's been some rumours, unsubstantiated though, quite a lot of them, so you're like, there must be something behind it. But there has been gossip that there's been attempts made on his life. Like, he has had assassination attempts. In particular, there was rumours about this situation. He ended up in a back alley and some witches had to save him. Sounds a bit far out there. Not really sure about that. But yeah, so he has been targeted by people or persons or companies or something. And it's all a bit like, what? Why would you do that? And as you're thinking about this, you will all make a perception check.
Alright.
An 11, not really great.
Said perception,
More into
yeah.
his book, really.
Yeah. Okay. Again, this works though. This works with the previous roll for breaks because Johan, again, like, you don't really buy into this gossip. You think it is just like, it's to drum up more interest, right?
It's kind of outside of his like area of interest, so he doesn't pay all that much attention to it.
Mhm.
But I mean, it still is fairly interesting.
Yeah, maybe you're like thinking inside yourself a bit more because you just heard the people at the gate talk about it, so you're like, oh, maybe there is some validity. However, Rowan and Bob, wow, you two are paying attention, and you get a sort of peripheral shadow that you see upwards, and while this owl and penguin are kind of muttering to each other like, you shouldn't have told them that. Oh, well, you know, that's probably why they're here. We might as well give them an explanation. So they're like talking to each other. But up on the right-hand side, there is a building that overshadows Dodo Studios, which is quite a feat because Dodo Studios is 4 stories tall. And out of the window, you hear and see, and a crossbow is pointed out of the window and a bolt is fired in through the window of an upper story of Dodo Studios, and a line is drawn taut, and then quite a number of shadowy figures abseil zip line into the building. What do you do?
I'm gonna say Bob sees this and he tries to get the attention of the owl and the penguin, just like excuse me, and then he would point at what he was seeing.
I think with the 24, they do pay attention to you, and then they look up, but it took so much time that by the time they look up behind them, the rope has been cut from the inside of the building and has been brought inside. There is nothing for them to see, and they look back at you with some annoyance.
Oh no.
Can I make a check to see if I can like pass through them?
I mean, I'm actually gonna say, like, there is a big ass gate behind them. There's like the classic striped yellow and black barrier and a little booth and everything. But like, yeah, they have actually upped security for the reasons that you are now witnessing. And yeah, that's a big no. Like, even if you got past these two, there's a big gate, there's a barrier, and you suspect some other things that might blow you up.
Oh man. Oh man, would there be a way to? Oh man.
Mm-hmm. This is the first obstacle.
I think Johan would have noticed like that they're two being agitated and maybe looking up at. I imagine he would look up and not see anything, but they do seem.
You can all talk to each other. This is the other thing.
Bob's, I think, turns around and be like, you saw that too, right? My anxiety isn't making me see things, right?
No, I definitely saw that. We'll find a way to get in though.
Sivat.
These won't let us through.
What is it you two saw?
Well, we saw ropes, people sneaking in, I think, which I don't think you're supposed to do here. I think he turned back to the security guards. Look, I'm really sorry. I know you didn't see it, but I swear I just saw like I don't even know how to describe it. They came in on ropes and they just zooped in. Is zooped the word?
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Oh,
I will say that the DC for these two characters is different, so we'll see what happens.
Oh no! He's too nervous.
I'd say Johan, seeing that like how nervous Bob is, will step and says, "Excuse me, I do not mean to interrupt, but it does seem that he is telling the truth."
I mean, that's a 3, even with Johan.
3.
I mean, you can roll Johan to persuade, but I think you're gonna have to do it at disadvantage, because they seriously don't dig Bob right now. I'm so sorry, Bob.
Okay.
So, I imagine Bob's a stuttering mess.
Oh, lordy lord.
Oh no!
7 and an 8.
Oh no!
Well, the dice know, huh? And, yeah, I mean, the owl and the penguin make a united front. They look at each other, just nod, and then they both cross their arms and are shoulder to shoulder and just lean against the fence, and it's like, they don't even reply. They think you're full of shit. They're probably thinking you're paparazzi trying to get in, you know, and they don't know who any of you are, and they have been told to keep people out. that's what they're doing.
Yon actually might have something like this.
Yeah?
Okay. Yon actually has something that might help with this. He fishes around in his hammer space, and he takes out his roll of pedigree, the papers that
Ooh.
show that he is of the peerage.
Now, that's interesting. Okay, so you hand this over to these two, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the penguin looks unimpressed. In fact, he looks like more grumpy. You think like this penguin has a chip on his shoulder about like, hierarchies. He is also very short. The owl, however, this is Daisy, by the way. Yeah, she reads it over and she says, Harold, I don't think they're, someone like this, they probably wouldn't. And Harold just shakes his beak. He's just like, And unfortunately, because those two rolls were so bad, like, this isn't going to work. However, she hands it back to you and leans in conspiratorially and says, well, if what you said happened did in fact happen, then perhaps you could investigate the place that they came from.
Johan, looks back to Bob and he's like, where did you see them come in from?
They came in from the building up there, right next door.
Mm-hmm.
Could I roll investigation?
You absolutely can. In fact, I want all of you to do that. So that's great.
Okay.
Please modify. Please, good modifier.
That's all right. We got one good one.
My good
Oh,
roll.
bless.
Well,
This is fine. Johan gets to make up for not seeing the initial thing. So you go into the building next door, and it's one of these multi-story, sort of like an inside market, like not a supermarket. It's like a place where people rent out spaces to sell like handmade things that they've done. But this means like it's completely random who's in there any day. So, if a stranger came in with a suitcase, they probably wouldn't pay attention to them. And you go up, and you go up, and you go up. And I think Rowan and Bob, you get like a little bit distracted by all the shiny things, because it's a really interesting building. I am totally basing this off Affleck's Palace in Manchester. If anybody knows that, shout out to you. It's a great place. But you finally get up to the fifth story, and this is like a place where like there's no stalls basically, because people are tired by the time they get up here. Like they're not going to buy anything, so hardly anybody rents this space. And Johan, you're determined to prove that you are who you say you are. And you find the window that they used. And in fact, you can see the tail end of this rope that has been used and has been cut. It was attached to a hook in the wall. And you can even see the setup of the crowbar. Oh my god, what's it called? Crossbow. My god, my brain. You could theoretically use it again, but it's quite a shot. Like, whoever fired that knew what they were doing.
Seems that this is where they made their entrance. I don't know of a good way to get over there. I'm not proficient with using this. He gestures to the crossbow.
Let me hold on, because I believe because Bob has a proficient. Bob knows how to use a crossbow.
Yeah.
Yes!
I looked at the sheet and I was like, aha.
I might be able to fire. That'd be insane. Wait, what are we thinking? I mean, we're not thinking about going through them, are we? I mean, we're. Oh dear.
Oh man, there's not much time. We had to do something.
It seems that if they don't believe us, it's up to us to make sure that whoever entered there does not complete what they came there to do.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. So Bob's still a little shaky. Will pick up the crossbow and try and I guess fire it at towards the studio.
Yeah, you can aim at the same window that they used before, so just roll to hit.
Okay. Just roll to hit.
They put it on a stand, so like it's a good steady position to fire from. But yeah, you can tell this was a get in and get out later sort of thing.
To roll to hit, would that just be d20 plus?
Plus your proficiency, I think.
Just proficiency bonus? Okay.
Yeah, I should have looked that up better,
I
but
think it's like Dex. It's your Dex.
yeah, it's Dex plus your proficiency. That's it. Thank you very much, Briggs.
No
Oh,
problem.
Dex plus proficiency. Okay, so that's one. Oop.
14 does it, actually. It was a fairly low DC. It was a 13 you had to beat. Lucky 13.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh wow.
it goes in. The window was already open, so there's no shattering glass, and you hear a satisfying thump as it hits something wooden that's inside. What do you do now?
Bob puts down the crossbow and gestures to the rope for them, like, okay, here you go. You first.
Well done.
Thank you.
Johan like looks outside, and it's a long way down. He sighs and takes like his cane out of his hammer space and puts it across the rope and starts abseiling down the rope.
Fuck yeah. I feel like I should make you roll something for this because it's like a cool action. So I will say either acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. I think I'll go with athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's just a straight d20. Okay, 14.
Yeah, 14's fine. 14's fine because basically you all have to get above a 10. You have an established route down there. Yeah, you'd have to fuck up pretty badly. So yeah, Johan, you are a little anxious about this, you said. So yeah, you're a bit shaky at the first, but as it speeds up, your confidence catches up with you, and you go and you land without crashing into anything too uncomfortable.
Yeah, and he'll peer at the window down below and like gesture for them to come on through.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks stable enough. Alright, I guess I'll go next. He takes out his morning star and he goes down the road.
Mm-hmm. Roll me athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
I love your angry version of Wanda. It's just it's like the least angry character. It's like, he's got a morning star.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Alright.
Oh, close. I'll tell you why. You got a 10, which was what you had to meet. But you zipline down, and it's great. But your hubris of using a morning star almost is your undoing, because it gets stuck on the window, and you like hit the bottom, but you get stuck outside, and you almost fall off. And there's this scene where we go wide, and we're like down on the street with, you know, the owl and the penguin talking to each other like, I still don't trust those guys. Oh, well, you are always so suspicious. And there's you in the background, like, hanging on to this window for dear life. And I think, Johan, you probably help him inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Grab the small orange man.
And
Please help me. Please help me.
nothing further happens. It's all fine.
Bob still has a bit of a heart attack seeing that, and I think he has to like pace around and like take a few deep breaths, like hype himself up, like okay, I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? Okay. And let me just roll. Was it athletics or acrobatics?
Either. You pick.
Okay, I'm doing the acrobatics because that's the one with the modifier.
Oh, yes,
But
good. Well done, Bob. Do you want to describe your flight via this rope?
I'm gonna say he pulls out because he has a whole bunch of office equipment in his hammer space. So he pulls out a sturdy looking, one of those really big rubber bands.
Oh.
That's why he has a really big one, but they're useful.
Mm-hmm.
He uses that to hook over the rope and slide down, but he's still like trying so hard not to look down, and it's obvious that he is just shaking as he's going down. And he's just like, please let me make it. Please let me make it.
I made it. Imagine Johan and Rowan are there to like catch him at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, also because it's an elastic band, I can imagine because of the friction, you go down really slowly, and it's going like... It's like the whole time.
that wide shot of the two guards arguing.
And like the penguin squeaks a flipper in his ear, like he's like, this tinnitus is really killing me. However, you make it to the other side and all three of you are inside the building. Also, you are allowed to talk to each other and like introduce each other to yourselves, but anyway.
Thank you for pitching me. My name is Bob. I never want to do that again.
Hopefully we'll be able to leave by a door. I agree. My name's Johan Klarstein.
Nice to meet you.
Meet you, Bob.
I'm
And,
Rowan.
Rowan.
You need to hurry though.
Yeah, I guess perception check on the room that we entered?
What a good idea. Yep, everybody can do perception.
Okay.
By the way, Bob, did you bring your friend with you?
He's around.
Good to know. Just in case.
Yeah, don't worry, he has him.
Perception, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear,
Oh,
Rowan.
no.
Okay, I think maybe, I don't know, like why would you get a 6? Tell me what mental state Rowan is in right now.
He is. Huh. Good question. He probably is just just focused on just getting in without actually just much like looking around. Just he needs to get in.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, in fact, I think you're making sure that the rope is secure in case you need to use that to get out, or maybe like checking the window to make sure no one else saw you go this way. Anyway, you're doing something mission sensible, or maybe you're just doing the sort of putting your back against the wall and doing the eye darts, like da, 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 and you're like, yeah, you're like fully in the zone, but you're not really paying attention. However, the other two of you are fine. It's pretty gloomy in here. You have to let your eyes get used to the darkness a bit. And just as they do, you can detect movement. And you see 3, you're not even sure if it's like individuals or like maybe there's a pair of them, but 3 masses split into 3. And you see one go up, and you see one go forward, and you see one go down.
Up as in, like, up the wall? Stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're basically in a sort of, God, what would you even describe this as? It's not an attic, but it's like an upstairs storage room. But you imagine that there's actually still a way up to go because the window you entered through was like the middle of the building. This is like the 2nd floor.
Okay. Which way?
Bob's gonna look towards, to Rowan and, Johanna be like, do we need to split up to do this?
That seems unwise.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about this place.
Me either.
Yeah. Same here.
Well, the one who went up only has so far he can go. Maybe we go after that, see if we can corner him. What's that?
Yeah.
That seems like a good place to start.
I will.
Alright.
I will give you. Well, actually, no. Let's do this because your plans are valid. But I would actually also like to make you make an intelligence check, all of you. Just like straight up
no.
intelligence. Ooh, 17.
Would that be the modifier plus proficiency?
It's not. It's without the proficiency.
Yeah, just
the-
straight.
Just intelligence?
Yeah,
Just straight intelligence. Got
because
it.
this is a stressful situation. Aha, 17 and a 6. Oh, the barbarian, bless
Yeah,
you.
he's not that great.
Yeah, you're more about the doing, not so much about the thinking. But the other two, you consider the situation, and you're putting 1 and 1 together. There are 3 people here. There were 3 things that went in different directions. You have no way of knowing what those groups are going to do. You don't know when they're going to do it. You don't know what your time limit is. So, if there are 3 of them and 3 of you, there is something you can do.
we can go after
Might have to
each
split
one
up.
of them, but maybe it might be more difficult.
I will, as the DM at this point, say you have two options. Either you can all stick together and tackle these things one at a time. However, you really don't know which one of these assassins is going to try first. So that's a problem. Also, you're going to have to be sneaking around. Because if you get spotted by the staff in this place, they will kick you out.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Oh
So,
boy.
yeah, there's an advantage to all sticking together because you can all make checks together and you can tackle whatever you find together. However, if you split up, you don't have to be relying on two other people making their stealth checks, and you can all individually find these things and stop them.
I think split. I hate to be the one saying this, but I think we might need to split up because if it might, there's three of us, so we might be easier to catch if we're all together. Because we're not supposed to be here either, and
True.
there's one of us for each of them. So I guess, I guess he looks back towards the way the three shapes had gone.
Mm-hmm.
Which way do you guys want to go? 'Cause I'm, yeah.
All right, I'll go straight then.
Okay. One's going
I am-
straight. I will go up. You going to go down?
I guess so. Yeah. Good luck to you both.
All right,
Same to you.
all right.
This is amazing. You both. Oh my god. I can't say anymore, but I'm just so pleased that you decided to do this.
Oh boy.
I mean, like, both
okay.
methods were valid, but I really do love that you did this. Hooray. And that you picked the ones that you did.
I think as Johan goes up, he's going to cast Spider Climb on himself
Excellent.
and switch to walking on the ceiling.
Very good. That's great because yeah, when we get to you, I was absolutely going to make you do dex saves and everything, but you won't have to now. That's great. Okay, so you guys just see Johan just waltz up the wall as you do, and yeah, you two are free to go.
I think as
I will say I'll probably do Bob first. We'll probably work our way up the building.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Bob sees Johan do that, I'm gonna say he's just like, "Yep, that's normal. Perfectly normal. That's perfectly normal." And I'm actually hammer space is what, D10?
Yep.
10.
A 9. You successfully pull out.
His red radio.
Yay!
And keeps it, and just for the moment, just keeps it close to his chest because it gives him comfort,
That's a very good idea. Yes.
among other things.
We love our comfort radio. Okay, in that case, we see these heroic Mission Impossible people go their separate ways. And we, first of all, the camera follows Bob down. And you end up on the ground floor. I think you should definitely make a stealth check.
Where's my stealth? Oh, good. It's not a negative. That's all I hope for.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
I just imagine this Mission Impossible theme music playing, and you know what? Within the three, I'm gonna say the music is playing from the radio. And
Inspiration point. That's great. That's really good.
and Bob doesn't realize it until he's reached the bottom. He's just like, "Oh no, Rad, shut up!"
Okay, I'm actually going to make you make a dex save.
Okay, that's my dex.
Because you did realise what had happened and you have, like, made your radio be quiet. A 13 just about does it. As you clamp, like, down on the volume control on your radio, you just in time catch a footfall and you dodge around the wall and an owl walks into the space that you just were and looks around. And if this was a video game, you would imagine a sort of red cone coming out from its eyes, like, where is the thing? And then it turns around, like, it was probably nothing. And there's always music playing in this studio. However, you notice there's a big red sign above the door that it just came out of, and it says sound check in progress.
Oh. Bob is trying to recover. Is there... No, I'm sorry, there's a sign... My brain went kaput.
It's fine.
Re-describe?
It's okay.
Could you re-describe that for me?
I part of me feels like I should have done the complicated map that I came up with all like dots where all these owls are, but I was also like, that's going to be confusing as hell and like a whole game in itself, so I'm just doing description. Yeah, the owl came out through a door that has one of those light up red signs above it that you see in movie studios, and it says sound check in progress.
Does that door have a little window on it?
It does. I will say that it does, because that's a nice little detail. So you can stand up on tippy toe and look through it.
Cool. Would that be perception?
It sure would be. Okay, a 10. I will say you're not quite tall enough.
Yeah, Bob's very short.
What do you want to do about that?
I think Bob is gonna try and hold up his radio to have a look.
Excellent. Okay, Rad can look through the window. I won't make Rad roll at that because this is an adorable little scene. And what Rad can see is that indeed they are doing a sound check on the set, and it's basically Foley checking that the diegetic sound is going to work out. And lo, there is a number of staff. They all have headphones on, and in the middle, there's none other than the engineer. The engineer is actually on the set doing a check. He's sitting in one of those classic director's chairs, and he's got a paw up to these headphones. He's really concentrating, which is presumably why none of them hear the classic shh of a sword that is going up and down and up and down and up and down through the floorboards underneath his chair. So there is a saw cutting a circular hole around the chair. And from this, you can obviously glean that whoever is doing this is below the set in front of you.
Is there a way for Bob to get under the set, or no? Or is it just...
Absolutely. You're still basically in the stairwell.
Oh, cool. So Rad's going to quickly relay this information to Bob through radio means. Maybe he's doing like a weird game of I'm forgetting the name of it, but he's basically using his hands and signing frantically like, oh, there's stuff happening, and Bob's just like, oh no, and Bob will scurry down the steps to get to the floor of wherever that sword is coming from.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question because I'm not quite sure how to play this as a DM. Should I cut to one of the other players, or would you like to follow this through?
I feel like it would be good to cut to one of the other players.
Okay, I'll do that. That's very cool of you. Okay, so as Bob disappears down the stairwell, we do a zip pan again, and this time we're going to see what Johan is literally up to. Johan, you have just walked up the wall, so I don't have to make you do any acrobatics or climbing checks. You are up in the rafters of this dark studios, and there's metal beams everywhere and pipes, there's vents, and it's very confusing. So I actually want you to make a survival check to see if you get completely lost.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
A 7, you do. It's very confusing. How is Johan feeling right now?
Well, this was not how I thought my day would go, but here we are. Which pipe should I follow? I guess I'll feel the pipes. Maybe one will follow one of the pipes to see where that one will lead him.
That is a brilliant idea, and I'm going to give you perception with advantage.
Woohoo!
And then I will explain why it is such a brilliant idea. 10? 3.
Oh,
I will say, a 10 gives you a clue. So you are touching these pipes, and one of them is really hot. So this is why your paw isn't as sensitive when you put it on the one that is the clue. And just occasionally it seems to vibrate.
I think he'll put his ear to it.
Okay, yeah, you make it, because, like, this is just, that's how it works here. You can hear something very strange. It feels like something being dragged across it every now and again, a sort of zzzt, 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 almost as if someone has, say, theoretically, placed a rope over it with something heavy attached to the other end and is using the pipe as a sort of pulley.
Okay, I think he's going to follow it in the direction where the vibration seems to be coming from.
Okay, you follow this pipe. I need you to make a stealth check.
Oh boy! No, stop that. There we go. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I want to ask you, what would cause a 1? What has Johan done to make such a noise?
Oh my god. While Johan is firmly, like gravity is wherever he's standing at the moment, that might not apply to something that he's holding.
Ah.
So I think that in his concentration on following this thing, he forgets that he never really put his book away that he was reading, and that slips out from underneath his arm.
Don't you hate it when
And-
that happens?
Oh. And it just goes tong ting tong tong ting 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 flap.
Yep,
And he looks down. That's no Veda treated book.
that's gonna do it. I want you to try and hide. So yeah, because I think you would realize that you have done something very silly. I'm not sure what you should roll to hide. What would you use for that? Would it be stealth again?
Oh, jeez. I guess it would be stealth.
Stealth or dex or something.
Okay. Either way, not terribly great.
Nah, that ain't gonna do it, son. So, in fact, like, you had got close. So you basically look up as you're trying to find somewhere to hide, and there isn't anywhere, because you're in, like, the structure of the roof of this building. There's no rooms, there's just pipes, and, like, it's all really open. Also, you are white, your fur is white, and it really stands out. So, yeah, as you're flummoxing around, you come face to face with a person, and they are short. They're shorter than you are, and they're wearing a sort of balaclava mask. And you can't really get details on them unless you roll me perception, because it's really dark up here. I will say it's dark. An 18 is good though. As they get closer to you, you realise it's not really a balaclava mask. It's one of those really. I'm sorry to all you chlorophobes out here, but it's a rubber clown mask.
Huh.
And it looks really weird. It's really distorted, like whatever shape their face is underneath that, it's not conducive to this clown mask. So it's like even worse than it would be normally.
And I'm guessing they're on the other end of a rope that's holding something up.
They have actually just lashed it in place with an 18 for your perception. You look up to where they were, and there is a safe hanging from a rope, and it's swaying to and fro because they hadn't quite got it in the right position. And I will say that the camera does a sort of bird's eye view, and you can see, like, on the next set that the engineer would go to next, there's a white X on the floor, which is actually not what the assassins have set up, but that's a mark for where an actor is supposed to stand to check, like, composition on the camera and such. So he will be standing there at some point. And I think that's a good place to leave it, unless you have something fun to say.
Well, just wondering, is there anyone currently on the set below?
Not yet. There's some people, like, arranging stuff as if that's, like, the next thing.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yep. I mean, does Johan say anything witty becoming, like, face-to-face with this antagonist?
Guten Morgen.
Excellent. On that note, we zip pan away, and this time it is our lovely friend Rowan. You are taking the middle route, so you're on, like, the second floor, and you are pursuing the shadow. I think, again, we should start off with a stealth check.
okay. So, no. Okay, that's a +2.
A 20.
Oh!
You have become the knight. You are the Batman.
I am the Dark Knight.
You are the darkness. In fact, you are the Dark Knight, quite literally, because the thing you find yourself sneaking around behind is a fabric backdrop, a very beautifully done galaxy sky. It's dark and sparkled with stars, and you find this a little bit unusual if you're heading toward the engineer's side of the studio, which you would assume you were, because, you know, space, that's kind of more DJ Moose kind of thing. But, you know, maybe it's a nighttime cowboy singing in the desert type deal. Anyway, so you follow this curtain, and in fact, with the 20, that's so good, like, you're so quiet, you can hear the footsteps of the person that you were pursuing. I still want you to make perception, but I will let you do it at advantage because you aren't being so stealthy.
Okay. Deception, right?
Yep, perception.
Okay. It's actually pretty good.
Ooh,
Not
you're
that
still
great.
gonna need that
Okay.
advantage. Try it again, son. A 9.
Well.
No, you're kind of flummoxed. I'm assuming you've never been in a movie studio before?
No, this will probably be his first time.
Great, I get to make a horrible joke. So you are baffled because you get caught in the baffles. There are these things hanging down from the ceiling which are to negate sound. And you don't realise what you're walking into, and they kind of swing around and bunk you around, and you lose track of wherever this person was. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave you there while this assassin sneaks away, and we'll be coming back to that later. We're going to head back to Bob. Bob, what's going on with you?
Bob is just scurried down the stairs to the level below the sound checking to see who it was who was cutting a hole in the floor.
Okie dokie. I will again make you do a stealth check. I'm afraid we're going to be doing a lot of those.
Okie dokie. Stealth check coming up.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I will remind you, you have an inspiration point.
That's true. Do I want it?
It's up to you.
Do I want to use it?
Are you sure?
I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna use the inspiration check to.
I will say that this is a fantastically good idea, and because that was so brutal and you've just used an inspiration point, which counts as a nat 20, I will say that you don't have to make the perception check. You see, hiding behind something, there's like beams of wood holding up the stage. You know, this is basically where the devil pit is, you know, where you have platforms that go up and down to lift things onto and off the set, including like cameras, people.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of like hidey holes. There's some spiders. I hope you don't mind spiders, Bob.
He's actually good with bugs.
Okay, yeah, you're at home. That's fine. So you don't get frightened by those, which is probably what the 2 would have been, like a spider ran over your hand. But you don't mind the spider, so you don't scream. You look around one of these wooden support beams, and you see 2 figures. You see one, much like Johann's, is short, probably about your height, maybe a little shorter. Again, is wearing one of these rather grotesque clown masks and fairly ordinary clothes. Like, they're not dressed like a ninja, they're just wearing ordinary clothes, which one would assume, like, once you get outside and you take a mask off, you just look like everybody else. Very clever for an assassin. And the other guy's big. Oh, there's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's really big. That's a big guy, and he's also wearing a mask.
Oh my.
Between them is a can, like an oil bin, oil barrel sort of thing. You're not sure what's in that, but the big guy is the one who's operating the saw, which is going up and down and up and down and up and down. Is about halfway around the circle.
Okay, Bob is gonna set Rad down, and he's gonna instruct Rad to go to. He's gonna instruct Rad to try and sneak around to, farther end of the actually towards the stairwell. Bob's gonna duck down, and Rad is gonna make some noise.
Oh my, okay, we're going with the distraction route. Do you want to describe this?
As Bob is ducking down, Rad's gonna go to the stairs and make it basically sound like trying trying to think of what noise Rad could make. Either he just starts playing some music, or he starts just loudly just down the steps.
I'm gonna go with the second one, because that might persuade them that someone is coming. I'm still going to make you roll deception or performance. Your choice.
Deception, performance. Ugh. Both of those are -1. Let's see. Oh, please.
Please.
Oh, thank God.
20! Not 20 -1, it still counts.
Wow.
19.
Oh, breath of relief.
Absolutely
Breath of relief.
Perfect performance. In fact, award-winning. Yeah, they are completely convinced. They stop immediately what they're doing, and in fact, with like a 20, they don't even stop. Like, they just kind of exchange a look, and they disappear into the darkness. They abandon what they were doing, they drop the sword, they leave the oil bin, and they are going. They are leaving. Now, I mean, like, you can investigate what they've left behind, or you can immediately pursue them. It's up to you.
I'm actually gonna investigate, because that's what I'm good at. There's also a thing I want Bob to do once he investigates.
11.
11.
Okay, I'm afraid that's not very good, and perhaps you're a little bit cautious of this stuff, because this oil bin has the lid off, and there's something in it, and it smells like bad. Like, it's like not even acid smell, but you just like know, like, inhaling too much of this stuff will be really bad for your lungs. And it's this rather nasty chemical. It's kind of green.
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, you do.
Bob's not sure what it is, but he doesn't like it. He's gonna look up at the half sawed hole. And hold on, let me actually.
A 3.
Is 3 enough? Okay, he's gonna pull out some office tape and put some tape over the hole.
You gorilla tape it up. That's so good. I mean, yeah, sure, you do that, and yep, that's gonna hold the planks in place until someone can do a better job. That's fine. That's really considerate. Well done.
It's good.
That's very, very good. But your sacrifice for doing that was you basically can't perceive to chase after these assassins. They've well and truly gone by this point. So I need you to roll survival to track them, basically, to see if you can tell where they've gone.
Oh, my survival's not too bad. That's good.
4. That's not so great. That's not so great. You are in the dark. However, there are 2 of you.
There is Rat. Should I roll again?
Yeah, sure. You can also roll investigate if survival ain't really his bag.
Yeah, let's do. Well, if I'm doing for. Well, if I'm rolling again for Rad, because Bob's is.
Okay.
That would be. What would be survival? That would be under. Dex, I guess.
Survival. I think that's wisdom, isn't it, guys? Someone help me.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
I'm pretty sure it's wisdom. Yep, it's wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay, so it's just straight D20 then. 11.
11 will do it. Because this is under the floorboards, it's really dusty down here. Like, even if there is activity on a fairly regular basis, there's still cobwebs, there's still sawdust, as well as the regular kind of dust. There's a lot of explosions in this place, there's probably gunpowder. Yeah. You managed to... who's finding this? Is it Bob or Rad?
Rad.
Okay, Rad, you being a radio, you sort of don't have eyes. How does this even work? Anyway, you probably, you walk around and then you realise, this place has less cobwebs than the other places do. I'm not getting stuck in them. Oh, look! And you basically find, like, they have pushed a swathing path through all of this muck and grime, and they have taken the other, this is basically a mirroring set of stairs, and it looks like, according to these dusty footprints, that they are going up, and you can follow them.
Alright, Bob is gonna follow.
Okay, that's a good place, I think, to leave you and rejoin with Johan. Oh my goodness, you are in a sticky situation. I need you to roll initiative.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I need to get up
You
my
can do it,
stats for the
Bree.
guy who is...
18!
Ooh, I
Nice!
think you're gonna beat this guy unless I
Ooh.
roll really well, but I hope I don't, because that would be unfortunate. Okay. Let's see. 17. Ooh, you just
that was
Wow.
get the jump on this guy. What do you do?
He wants to get this guy away from the rope, so he's going to fire off, actually, maybe that's... You know what? He's just gonna do it. He's gonna fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts to try and get the guy to move away from the rope.
Fine. One question. How noisy is your Eldritch Blast?
That is a good question.
Mm.
It's a crackling energy, so I
Okay.
assume it's making some noise.
Okay, I will make a perception check on behalf of people below you, but I want you to do this first, because it's cool.
Okay.
No,
21 hit.
definitely.
And I'll just roll for the second one as well. 9.
9,
Okay, so the first one hits.
Yeah, it does.
And that does D10. Yeah, just straight D10. 7
Oof.
damage.
Wow, I will say that this assassin looks like he's not really made to take hits. Is, you know, presumably more expert in giving them out, or, you know, being hired out as a hit. And, yeah, takes it to the stomach, and, yeah, in fact, makes a sort of wheezing noise. And I will roll a general perception for them. Is
That's
that...
pretty good.
Hang on. If it's passive perception, is it like if it's above, do they hear it, or is it below? I've done this a million times and I can never remember. Like, if that beats the passive perception, do they hear it?
I think they do.
They do? Okay.
If it's...
No, surely it would be like the noise is 16, but their passive perception is like only 14, so they wouldn't hear it.
Like, you're making you're rolling for how much noise it's making?
I'm rolling for if the people below notice that sound.
Okay, if it's above their passive perception, I would say that they probably do hear it.
They probably do hear it. Okay, yeah, you have alerted someone and they are going to come and investigate, but they're way off because, again, you're way up there. You're, like, right up in the rafters. You can't even really see the set from here. It's, like, way down. And this guy is going to have a go. But in fact...
So I was wondering if he could still use his movement?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, movement and bonus actions. Please do. Yes.
Okay. Would it be possible for him to, on this turn, walk over to the rope and abseil down that to the guy?
No. I'm gonna say,
No?
because,
Okay,
like,
that's
the
fair.
rope is attached, it's, like, vertical, right? It's attached to the safe, like, the rope is to
Okay.
have the safe in a place where he can drop it straight down. Abseiling
Okay.
on it, no, you would go
Not
downwards.
recommended. He could probably tightrope walk it with spider climb, but
Yeah, that's true. But also, this setup is behind him, and you would take an attack of opportunity if you tried to get past him like
Okay.
that. But you can
in
still
that
move...
case, I think he's going to try and move to some cover if there's any available cover.
That's fair enough. I mean, there are a lot of these thick, you know, like I-beams. There's there's a lot of metal up here. So I will say that you can probably find a half cover. I will be nice. Partly because this guy, after wheezing, is reclaiming his balance because you nearly knocked him off this thing. Because that was pretty meaty. That was pretty, yeah. And also, I will point out, it would not be good for him if someone came here and noticed. So, like, he's also having to deal with, like, basically stealth checks while you're doing this. Yeah, okay. And he is most affronted by this and is going to throw a dagger at you. 15, does that do it?
Oh yeah, that hits.
That hits. Oh dear, warlocks, you and your AC. That's
Wait,
not
how
great.
much AC does half cover afford?
Oh, that's true. Does anybody know that? Like, in the chat, or, like, anyone who's playing Fable, do you know?
Yes. I got that player's handbook, but it might take me a moment to look it up.
Yeah, I don't have that right now. I'm sorry.
Cover.
Maybe it's just a disadvantage, so I can roll again.
I think that would work.
Let's do that. We'll say that's the rule for today.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it still hits.
It does.
I'll take the 15.
Okay.
Not the crit.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm also glad you told me what the result was, because for some reason on my end, Dice Passer isn't showing me what I rolled, so I guess it was a nat 20, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well in that case, you definitely still take the damage. So it's not
Okay.
too horrific. Not too horrific, she said to the warlock, who has no hit points. It's a d6 plus 2. Can you tell me what that was? Because again,
That was 4 damage.
4 damage.
And I'll go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw because Spider Climb is a concentration.
You may need to take that for more than one reason. Oh, Dice
Oh,
Buzzer is now
fun.
catching up.
Okay,
Oh.
4. No, he doesn't keep it. Oh dang.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go first. What happens? Like, cause your spider climb has been dispelled, basically, but you were
Okay,
probably
could we
standing
say
upright.
on top of a girder?
Okay,
Probably
that's fair
on
enough.
top of a girder. So once gravity starts taking hold, I don't know if he. I think he would notice that, like, yeah, the magic is no longer working, and he now is holding onto this beam for dear life because
Yeah,
that's a long way down.
that's a long way down. In fact, I'm gonna
also,
be nice.
ow?
Yeah, ow. I'm gonna be nice and say that that wasn't a poisoned dagger, which would have been the other reason why you would have made a Constitution saving throw. But in fact, he's saving those. He's saving those for the person that he's actually trying to kill.
Fun.
However, both of you now need to make a stealth check because someone is on the way.
Okay.
Oh well,
Oh!
the assassin makes it.
Oh, come on, Johan, please.
18.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, this is hilarious because you both hear footsteps and you go completely still. In fact, I think you probably clamp yourself down onto these structures so that you're mostly hidden, especially from below. And 3 staff owls come in, and again, you imagine these sort of red beams circling around as they're looking, and they are unable to detect you because an 18 and a 19 is very good. However, here's the killer. So 2 of them go away. 1 of them doesn't. So the entirety of the rest of this conflict is going to be done with, like, stealth checks with every attack because there is someone directly below you.
Oh my god.
And with that, let's go back to Rowan! Hi, Rowan!
Oh dear.
You are stuck in a curtain with loads of other things. Do you want to try and, like, I don't know, do you want to make survival to try and get your way out of this? Or do you want to do perception? Like, what's your gameplay here?
I'll do a perception.
Mm-hmm. 20. Perfect. Okay, you take a moment and you look at your surroundings so you can basically disentangle yourself. And your foot is caught in a star, you know, one of those stars that's hanging on a string. And while you're trying to get this thing off, you actually also, with a dirty 20, you see your fellow assassin that you're trying to find. And it's actually great that you got stuck where you were because you're basically right above another curtain of set. And your assassin is on one side of it, behind the curtain, and on the other side, there are people flooding onto the set because this is the next scene that they need to test out. And yeah, the engineer is walking around on the set, looking at the props, checking that everything's okay. And it looks like your assassin is waiting for him to be in a certain place, and they have a blowpipe.
Oh wow.
This is a pipe that you blow things through.
You say that he's in front of the curtain?
Like, if you imagine, like, you're directly above a curtain, and the assassin is below you on one side, and the engineer and all the other staff are on the other side. Do pay attention to the man behind the curtain. No? Wizard of Oz ref? Falling dead on everybody? Never mind, it was that bad I killed everybody.
No.
I hear. Guy with blowpipe.
Sorry, my brain is like starting to shut off. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Also, in about 20 minutes, I'll call a half-time break, so if you need a breather, that's fine.
Wow, I'm so stuck. I'm so sorry.
You could, if you're really stuck, like, you could make an intelligence check, see if you come up with an idea. By which I
Yeah,
mean
I
I'll
think
give
I'll
you
do
a
that.
hint if you do really well.
I mean, great intelligence, but I could give it a try.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it, man. It's your first time. A 10. Okay, yeah, that's gonna take a little bit more. I mean, it's a bit of a mean thing to say, but you do also have inspiration if you really need to.
I kind of want to save that though.
Okay, no, I'll give you more than this, because you rolled a dirty 20 on perception. So you look around you, and yeah, so you're up above the stage. You're up above the curtain. There are stars hanging, there are lights up here, there are sandbags attached to ropes, and there's quite a lot of heavy things up here.
Is there a way that I can detangle one of the ropes from the sandbag?
Oh, there might well be, yes. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I will say that you can untie one of these sandbags. That's not a difficult thing. Although like the rope will go swish blop somewhere.
Do I have to roll for that?
I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think what one would do for this. I'm just gonna say you can get hold of the sandbag. Like you don't have to roll sleight of hand for this or anything. What I will ask is, if you're doing what I think you're doing with the sandbags, you're going to have to roll something to hit. So like probably plus dex.
Makes sense.
Dexterity.
9. No,
Well,
that's not gonna do it. So I'm assuming that you wanted to drop the sandbag on the person's head, right?
yeah, I
Okay.
did.
So you drop, let's say, the first sandbag, and this missile goes shoo, and makes a hole in the floor next to this guy, because that was quite a long way down and it's quite heavy. The problem is that, yeah, you missed, and now this person is aware that you are trying to drop things on them. However, they are also trying to assassinate a guy, and having things dropped on them while that's happening is not conducive to their mission. So you're actually going to delay their attack, because they were going to make one if you took much longer. So hooray, you have delayed the inevitable. What do you want to do now?
Huh. You'd probably just be like, damn, I missed. Well, guess I gotta do it the hard way then. He, I guess, just tries to go up and maybe try to grapple him.
Okay, you're gonna have to get there first, my dude. So I want you to... Let's Errol Flynn this shit. So, there's ropes, and if you grab hold of one of these ropes, you can, go down while a weight on the other end goes up, and that's always fun. It looks cool. But I will need you to roll athletics to do that. I think that's, yeah, definitely athletics, not acrobatics. Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
is...
A 13. I'm gonna say, like, you do it, but the landing is a bit ungainly. Like, if you'd done that really well, I would have let you roll to attack, like, as you came down. But with a 13, you do have to, like, stumble to get up. And I will also make you both, I think, roll stealth again, because, like, there are people on the set on the other side of this curtain.
Alright.
Okay, a 21. This
Oh
assassin is
my
on
God.
it. Good at his job.
So,
20. You're both very silent. Also, I don't know why I keep saying he. This is a she. I'm going to say this is a she assassin, and she just, bounces off the floor when you're landing, sort of poings up the other end of it, but they do a really cool little backwards roll, and she recovers gracefully and silently. So, yeah, you basically have this sort of death stare off happening behind a curtain. No one is aware of it. They're, like, actually, like, doing test footage while this is happening. And I think it is roll initiative time for these two as well. Sorry, Bob, we will get back to you. A 9?
Come on, Rowan.
Come on, Rowan, you can do it.
Come on, Rowan.
initiative, right?
Yep.
So sorry. Okay.
11.
Oh, yeah.
You get the jump on them. What do you do?
got the jump.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna swing his Morning Star on the head.
Oh, ow. Yeah, that will hurt if you hit. So please roll to hit.
Okay.
Also, you're a barbarian, so you get to do it twice.
So, I'll do it twice.
You get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
Because
I
barbarians
also
are
have
great.
it also has an attack bonus of 4. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right, yes.
Okay.
Oh, that one definitely hits.
Okay, let me try that again.
Nope.
Okay, I'll take the 19 then.
Hit and a miss. Hit and a miss. Please roll damage. This should be interesting.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That,
Splat.
that is a D8 plus 2. 5.
5. There's a sort of bung, and you land this on that creepy clown mask. And I'm gonna say for flavor, your Morning Star rips off the mask, and underneath the mask there is an owl, like the Dodo Studios quality style owl, and shakes the stars out of his eyes and looks really upset. She looks really upset. I'm sorry. Continuity errors, everybody. And there's only one thing that marks this owl aside from, like, all the others that are on the other side of this curtain, and, sometimes when a cartoon bird smiles, they still have teeth, even if they don't the rest of the time, yeah?
Yeah.
So this owl is smiling, like, really wide, all the time, and it's kind of creepy, like, it's like that kind of, not forced, but almost forced too wide grin. It's like, okay, even though he looks cross, she looks cross at you. God damn my gender bias. Ugh! Internalized misogyny. Go away. Anyway, yeah, she looks pissed. Oh, and it's her go. That's why you're waiting, probably. Okay.
You didn't look creepy with the mask on, you look creepy now.
Yeah, that gets her goat. And she's gonna try and hit you with this blow dart, but because you're close, because, like, you have to be close to have done that sort of attack, it's at disadvantage, which is good for you. And that's just not gonna make it. I might as well not roll again, unless it's a crit fail. I will roll again. Not a crit fail. Okay,
well,
yeah, that dart goes wide, and it hits one of the props behind you, which is one of those kind of it's a boulder or an asteroid or something, and it's made out of styrofoam. When this dart hits it, it goes, and, like, part of it, like, dissolves.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I'm gonna do one more round of this, and then we'll go back to Bob, because this is exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's very good.
But so please
Peck
don't
her
get
up!
hit by
Peck
that.
her up, Rowan!
Please don't get hit.
Yeah,
I mean, I will
Yeah.
remind you, they're trying to kill the engineer. They haven't brought toys with them.
no, absolutely not. He's gonna swing again, this time on the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Try that again. Whoa.
Yep,
wow.
a 23
Do
will
I,
do.
do I even need to roll again for that?
Yes, because you have 2 attacks. Like, this isn't rolling for advantage. This is rolling to see if you hit
okay,
twice.
I see.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh boy! Oh, this owl, she is in
Oh
trouble.
my.
She's
Okay.
not having a good day.
Please roll damage twice.
Okay. Would I do 2d8?
Just roll your regular attack twice. Is easier that way.
Oh,
I
okay.
find.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
because you still have a plus bonus to it. 3. Adding that to
Oh,
the 5.
that's
Oh, this
okay.
owl is not looking too happy. Well, apart from the inane smiling.
Oh!
Oh,
A
and she's
palpable hit.
down! She's down! You can imagine an umpire
Oh,
appears,
yeah.
skids onto the mat, and is counting down. 1, 2. Yeah, look, this owl is out for the count. She is down. And I will say, like, you're probably not trying to, like, kill this person, so they are
No.
just KO'd completely. There are stars and tweeting birds circling her head.
What's the matter? Seeing stars?
Well, it is a movie studio. Question, do you want to do anything to this owl while she is unconscious? That sounded really bad. I just meant, like, tying her up or investigating or something.
I was literally just about to say, like, with the rope around, he's gonna tie up this owl.
Yep. Cool. Yep, you have Batmaned the shit, you are the Spider-Man, and you can disappear into the night. Yep, you have immobilized this assassin. Great job. That's actually going to come in very good later on for you. I would encourage you to investigate.
Come on, Rowan.
Ooh, investigate. That's a -1. So -1.
A 9. Ooh, you don't find what I was hoping you would. So I think we will go back to Bob, and I think after Bob's next bit, we will have a halftime break. So Bob, you are on the trail. You are following the tracks left by this very large individual and this smaller individual up the stairs. I have to check in emotionally. How are you doing, Bob?
Bob is having, actually, you know what? If this had been at the start of his vacation, man, he would not be good. But luckily, he's had a few misadventures in his time in Inkwell, so he's a bit more adjusted. I'm gonna say a bit. He's still pretty like, oh, God, why be?
Oh, Bob.
Bless. And Rad, how about Rad?
Rad's having a ball. This is so much fun. He's never like this. Like again, probably a bit more quietly this time. He's still like very quietly playing the Mission Impossible music. Rad is having so much fun right now.
Oh, that's
Is he
marvelous.
dancing to the music?
He's doing that little like slide against the wall, pretending to be like he's a spy on a stealth mission.
That's excellent. Okay, you continue to follow these footprints, and they go... Oh, sorry, Sel, you were saying something.
Huh? No.
Oh, you weren't? Oh, okay, never mind. That must be background stuff. Okay, so you, Bob and Rad, you continue up these stairs, and the path is, like, you know, you can see the footprints basically disappearing as the amount of dust on their feet is dissipating. So I will ask you to do perception or investigation or survival. It's entirely up to you.
I'm gonna do investigation because that has the best modifier.
Great, yeah, 16. 16 does it. In fact, you catch, it's sort of on the stairwell, it's on one of the banisters, a thread has caught off one of their jackets, and again, like, it very strongly implies that they are continuing to just go upwards. Your best bet is to just keep going up these stairs. With a 16, again, you hear activity, and you're not sure if it's one of them or if it's one of the staff, but what do you do?
Well, first Bob's gonna turn off Rad's Mission Impossible music. And I guess Bob's gonna very quietly, if there's he's gonna keep going up, but he's gonna keep an eye and an ear out for whatever is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose I could roll perception again.
Yeah, sure, do it.
Yeah, let's do perception this time.
Okay, 18. You definitely hear someone heading your way, but it's very easy because they appear to be talking to someone else in a casual way, and from that, you can infer that this is someone who's supposed to be in this building. You don't think assassins would be having such a casual conversation. However, you still need to definitely hide, but with an 18. You're in one of these, you know where a stairwell turns and it's quite a big landing? Because there's like different doors. It's like a junction. And so there are 3 doors you could go through, but there's also like a fire hose cupboard, there's a bucket of sand, there's an axe on the wall. The light here is kind of flickering, like it's not great, so you do have that to your advantage, but that's basically the layout.
Okay, and you said bucket of sand, axe on the wall. What was the first one that you said?
There's like a fire hose coiled up in one of those cabinet things. This is like, yeah, where they store the stuff for if the building is on fire.
Gotcha. I think Bob, since he is small enough, he's going to pick up Brad and try and duck for cover in the in the coils of the fire hose.
Lovely. Dark and cover. I think I'm just going to let you do that because it's cute and it's toony. And you kind of look like you're being embraced by a very peaceful red rubber snake. And yeah, you hide in this hose, and the two owls who are talking about... yeah, I'm going to go off that 18 because that's really good perception. Yeah, they open one of these doors, and that was another test because if you picked the wrong door, you would have walked straight into them. And you didn't.
Yeah.
Clever fable. Yeah, they walk past you and they are talking sort of agitatedly in hushed tones, but you can still hear them. And they're like, he doesn't do space. Are you sure this is a good idea? I mean, you're asking me if I think it's a good idea. Like, who's gonna stop him, right? But I know, like, partnering up with moves, I don't know. I think this is gonna be terrible. I don't know. I mean, have you read the script? I think it's pretty cool, actually. I mean, so, and they just keep talking and they disappear. But you got some juicy gossip, so if you were the type to sell that to a newspaper,
Gore.
yeah.
Bob is just relieved that he didn't get caught.
Yep. And do you get out of the hose, or are you just staying there for a bit?
Yeah, he's gonna as soon as the door is closed as soon as the owls close the door behind them, he's going to pick up where he left off and continue upward.
Okay, and
to follow the thread.
Yeah. In fact, you're very good at this, and you are gaining confidence. And you just about see the backs of these two assassins leave, and this looks like the last door. It looks like whatever this door leads to is like the tallest point of this building. There are no more stairs, there are no more doors. So you have come to decision time as to whether you keep going or not. And I think this is a good place to stop and have a 5-minute break, everybody. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gives me a chance to think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we'll probably come back to Johan because we still have unresolved issues with Johan.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay, yeah, see you in 5 minutes.
Okay, toodles, folks.
Have some water and I'm good to go.
This is fun.
Sorry to keep on freezing up. I just couldn't really think of what to do.
Dude, no, it's honestly, it's your first game. I think everyone has frozen up at some point in their first game, so
Yeah.
you are good. As long as you are having fun, that is
Yeah.
what's important.
It's going great so far.
Oh my gosh, it's been so good. Commercial break. New from Makiko. There, we're now introducing Sneak Be Gone. It's literally just a bunch of bubble wrap. And you'd think it would be because they're making a popping sound when the assassins are trying to sneak up on you, but no, it's because the assassins become so engrossed with popping the bubbles, they completely forget that they came in to kill you. So, get yourself some Sneak Be Gone today. Come down to Makiko.
Oh, that's great.
You just imagine all the commercials are playing on Rad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yes. Perfect. Oh, I can say hello to folks in Chestnut Gallery. Hi.
Yeah, I'm in Chestnut Gallery. Hello.
Abby, that's amazing.
That is really good.
Oh.
Oh, badass Rowan. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a radio loose in the studio. Oh, nice.
Radio loose in the studio.
And no one knows what to do. There's a radio in this.
What did I just come in
No
on?
one-
What?
No one knows what to do, least of all the radio.
Oh my gosh.
I do like the idea that John Mulaney does just exist here. There's like no bootleg version. It's just like, you know, the multiverse's edition of him. He's here. He's just the same.
I'd also like to request Keanu Reeves.
Yes. My god. Yeah, I think there's like particular individuals who are just recursive elements in the multiverse and they are always there.
Just how they be.
Got them street smart. Street smart. Also, Breaks just did a commercial break, which is amazing.
Oh, wonderful!
really good.
Oh, good. I
How
shall
could
look
I
forward to that. I'll look forward to that little piece of hidden gold when I'm doing the editing. How are you all doing? Do you need more time?
I'm doing good. I finished my caffeine.
I'm
good.
just drinking my water.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
Now
that
it is
too.
time for water.
There we go.
Someone gurgling?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, what was that?
Okay.
Enjoy
I'm
your
gonna take
folly.
another sip of water.
Water.
Water
Same goes for
drinking
everybody
ASMR
listening.
brought to you
Have
by
you drunk
Pod.
enough water? You're not clenching your jaw. Relax, everybody.
Hydrate before you dehydrate.
I've got a nasty habit of clenching my jaw, but fortunately, talking all the time prevents me from doing that.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what I was doing.
Oh no.
Let me just relax.
I like make
I
myself
want to
yawn.
save that
on
one. I
purpose.
like that.
Oh, that one's good.
Hydrated.
Don't forget to drink water, you dehydrated sluts. I will try and put that in the video. Cool. Jim Carrey is a toon. Oh, absolutely. I think he's like half real kind, half toon kind. I could buy
That goes
that.
without saying, honestly. It's Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Yes. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna leave the gallery before this audio becomes we're watching the gallery be funny.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys
Cool.
are
Bye,
all
folks.
amazing.
We love
Thank
you.
you guys so much.
We
Love
love
you
you
all.
too. Oh, yes.
Love you all.
Okay, shall we get back to the game? How do you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
Time to breathe.
Gaen. Okay, I think we'll just dive straight back in then, if we're all alright, with Johan. Yeah, you have got this situation where you and an assassin don't want to be spotted by a very innocent owl who's beneath you, who's chilling out because he's more suspicious than the others were. But you also are face to face with an assassin.
Fun.
Well, face to mask, technically, at the moment.
Yeah. About how far away would you say this assassin is currently?
He just threw a knife at you and you did spells, so like, I don't know, like, you may not even be that close. Let's say you are 15 feet away.
Wait, that I can work with. Johan, in the interest of maintaining stealth, is going to go with a different tactic of not slinging a spell made to harm, but to maybe clue in the owl that there is somebody up here who shouldn't be. He's going to cast Druidcraft
Cool.
in front of the assassin to make a weather prediction effect to come up
That's
right
really
where that
good.
guy is.
That's very good. I did actually tell you what the weather is outside. It is a nice sunny day. There is nary a cloud in the sky. So how does your Druidcraft manifest?
Basically, it just it like a little brilliant, lovely little sun just kind of like plop,
That's
pops
lovely.
into place right in front of that guy.
That's great. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw to see if he freaks out about this, because that's very unexpected. 19. Unfortunately, this owl is completely unfazed by this glowing orb. I think, like, it's very off-putting. Like, it's bright and it was dark. But I will also make a perception check for the owl, because a light just turned on up there. 12. You think he's gonna look up? And then he sort of goes, and it was just a sneeze. It was just a sneeze. So unfortunately, yeah, that did that. You still have movement and you still have bonus actions.
Not much to do with a bonus action. Movement-wise, I think he's just going to, I think he's going to try and get as close to the girder that's holding the rope that's supporting the safe, if that's feasible, because
Yeah.
it doesn't have spider climb anymore.
I mean, again, this safe and the rope is behind this owl. Like, the owl is between you and the object you desire.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you used your action, so I am going to make an attack of opportunity if you do that. Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, okay. Even at 15 feet away. Okay.
I mean, he's gonna try,
okay, maybe
but
just...
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, trying to stick to cover, but oh geez, he really needs to clue this other owl in on what's going on with this with this safe. Yeah, he's gonna try it.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, the owl threw a knife at you last time and is going to do so again. So this owl is going to chuck a knife at you. Oh shit! That's wait, that's the wrong bonus. Like, I'm gonna roll again because I gave it the wrong plus. I'm feeling nice today. That was
Okay.
Oh god damn!
Oh,
Okay, Lalu really wants you to get pinned, huh? Likes the
Oh
drama.
my god, yes.
I mean, at least it's not a crit. It's still like a 22. Like that's.
It's not a crit. It's not a crit. But my god, that just right into the Johan.
Yup. So you manage to like, basically, yeah. So you go 15 feet diagonally to the left of this assassin owl, and they throw a knife at you, and it gets you. And that is going to be 36 plus 2. A 7. Oh my. And yeah, that's pretty bad already. So yeah, that's what you take. Ow. And you are trying to get to this safe. So I will say that you use 15 feet to get to the left of this guy, and then you use the other 15 to get on the other side of him. So you are where the safe is. I will, however, ask you to make me a dex save to make sure that you don't fall off, especially because you were hit.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! That's a 6!
No.
Okay.
Oh, no,
In fact, with all the no's, I think it's on your second leap. Like, because you were hit, you misjudge, and in fact, there's a little bit of Toonkind inky blood on your paw, and you just about reach it, and you think you've made it, and you haven't, because friction is a bitch. And yeah, you fall, and you are going to take... Oh god, I'm going to give you a d6 of falling damage. I'm very sorry about this. A 1. Could be worse.
As good as it could be.
The problem is you land flat on your ass right in front of this owl who says, "What?"
Hello. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but is somebody trying to infiltrate the studio? I am here to help.
Who is it? Is it you? You must have infiltrated the studio. Who are you? And yeah, he's in a panic. You're gonna have to persuade the owl that you're not the person who is well, you have infiltrated the studio. So this is a very surprised owl.
Come on, Johan.
Come on.
An 8.
Oh no!
I'm afraid this owl is in a flat panic. The owl is going to have to try and decide. I'm going to roll a d2 to see what this owl decides to do. The owl... Okay, I'm going to tell you the good news. The good news is that the owl does not scream, raise the alarm, or, like, run off to tell everybody else. The bad news is this owl is, like, rolling up his sleeves and making fisticuffs movements towards you.
Johan's going to gesture at the holes in him currently from the dagger's sticking out of him.
The windmilling hands, like, you know, that circling motion, they slow down a bit. Like, because this is not a bad owl, this is not the assassin type owl. This is the owl that has been surprised and was supposed to be kind of on lookout, but also was kind of just skiving off duty. Like, he just wanted to chill out in the rafters for a bit and not work. And then this happened, and this is not a great day, and now there's a person who's covered in blood and holes, and, like, you know, you still have an 8, so, like, he's not persuaded that you're okay. Unfortunately, there's someone above you who is now getting on with a task.
Fun. Great, Johan's got to deal with both of these. He, like, points up, like, because how long does that druid crap thing last?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me, I'm afraid.
Look that up again.
Thank you.
The casting time is 1 action. It persists for 1 round, so...
yeah, that's like 6 seconds. I think it's gone by now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dang. But he points up to where, like, the owl was, and also, like, to the safe that's now dangling precariously over the set.
Okay, I'm gonna make a perception check for this owl to see if they see and understand. Okay, a 19! This owl is on it! And, yeah, they do actually take in what's happening, and they even manage to catch a glimpse of this assassin, who is headed towards the safe to make sure that it's in the right place. The engineer, as it happens, is not on this set yet. He's probably heading... Hang on, let me just check the because I've got like a list of the time that these events happen. Yeah, he's on the way. Like, he's just entered this part of the set. Aha! He's on his way to the mark. And yeah, they see everything, and the owl says, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?"
Calm down. We have to cut it prematurely. I think that's the only way, really. We need to get up there and cut that rope.
But
you go down there. You go down there and make sure nobody's on the set underneath that safe, okay?
Okay. And the owl just stammers and runs away. And yeah, they have gone down to tell the people on the floor that this is happening. I think, just so that we don't completely abandon Rowan, I think we'll go back to Rowan, because like Bob's like at like the gates of the boss fight. I will just say that. So Rowan, we come back to you. And you have basically KO'd one of the assassins. You did real good. I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
Perception, or I will say actually investigation also, like which of those you have a plus in.
Oh, okay. Well, investigation, he's not that great, so I'm gonna do perception.
Fine. 20!
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
30-20.
Okay, so when you hit this owl, she was so splattered that some things flew out of her pockets. This explains why you didn't find them before. Bullshit. So you find a little shiny blue stone. Oh. What you do? I mean, like, yeah, you got a 20. You know what this is. This is a tiny stone of fast speech. And if you hold it up to your ear, you will be able to listen in. And if you say things, people will hear you on it.
Okay.
Oh, what do you do?
I have two thoughts. I could either try to listen in, or I can save that and maybe.
I mean, like, I would recommend at least listening in, because, like, it's just...
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna listen in.
Cool. Sorry, just kind of bending
No, it's
around
okay.
there.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it might not be in character for Rowan to do that. It might be in character for Rowan to eat the stone. For crying out loud, that's what Buck would do. Oh, it's shiny stone. We eat. Yeah.
Oh.
Tasty. Okay, you listen in, and at first, like, there's nothing. There's kind of like a crackling static, and then you hear, "Oi, gone wrong. Meet up on the roof, okay?" Do you say
Okay.
anything?
Okay. Okay, he's gonna try to say. Wait, maybe we should stop. I don't think it's time yet.
Okay, I want you to roll deception, because you have to impersonate the voice of this owl that you have KO'd.
Deception?
Deception.
Okay.
Come on, Rowan.
23! Not 20!
Yes!
A nat
Oh,
20.
that's so-
Wow, Rowan.
Yes.
You channel
Nice.
the soul of this owl that you just obliterated. And the person on the other side sort of, grumbles. You can hear him discussing with whoever else is there. He's like, "Oh, alright, well, ours is a bus, so we'll just wait up here until you're done."
Yes.
Okay, and then the line goes dead. So from that, you have gleaned that there are at least 2 people on the roof who are part of this assassination attempt. What you do about that is entirely up to you. And I think it's appropriate to, on that note, go to Bob. Bob, are you perceiving?
Am I perceiving?
Yeah.
Let's roll and see.
Because you have met a door, the final door. So I'm gonna
Final door.
suggest that Bob is listening with an ear up to it.
Okay, I think him and Rad are gonna be doing that. Ooh, 22.
Excellent. With a 22,
Wow.
you just overheard everything that Rowan just heard. You heard this side of the conversation. So yeah, there is a big voice on the other side of the door, and in fact you heard a sort of smaller grumpy noise, so you are pretty damn sure that the two people you were pursuing are on this roof behind this door.
Okay. I know that this is basically the end of the staircase. Is there anything Bob could possibly hide behind around this door?
Let me think. There's a ladder, there's a window, and there's like a fire escape emergency ladder that you can let down. But again, it's folded up, it's in a sort of cupboard thing. Like, they're all about storage. You never know what you're gonna, like, get caught on when you're trying to escape. So, like, yeah, it's tucked away, but you could conceivably hide behind that or inside it if you took the ladder out of it. Outside of that, I really don't think there is much. Like, this is the final part of a stairway leading up to the roof. There really wouldn't be much.
My thinking is that Bob, because he's not sure what awaits him. He knows that the goons are behind the door, but he doesn't know the room itself beyond the door. So his thinking is to hide behind something and let Rad knock on the door.
You're really gonna do it? Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take that away from you. Rad knocks on the door, yeah?
Yeah, but Bob's gonna hopefully hide behind something.
Okay.
While Rad does this.
Okay, Rad knocks on the door, and you hear that sort of horrified hush, and then you hear sort of muttering, and then, oh, it's probably her. And then someone walks up to the door, and there's a big shadow. The big shadow falls over the little window at the top of this door, and, like, that's a tall door. And the door opens, and this shape, like, because it's bright outside, you can barely make out any details of this person, because they're just shadow. And, my god, it's gone dark in here. And Rad is just completely swathed in the shadow of this enormous figure with a spooky clown mask on. And it looks down and says, "What are you?"
Rad is gonna reach up and click on his radio, and you just hear da da na 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 da da na na na, and Rad pops open a speaker, shuffles around a little bit. He raises a hand like, "One moment, sir," and pulls out a baseball bat. Now, I believe Rad is probably very short, so he's Rad's gonna go for the unmentionables.
Way! Oh, yes. Do it, my good friend. Okay, yeah, I mean, you got a surprise jump on this guy. He was not expecting this. So I would like you to attack with advantage.
Cool.
You gutsy
do I still need to roll to hit? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be...
Go, Rad, go.
Go, Rad, go. Go, Rad, go.
Please,
Destroy this guy's manhood.
Oh, wait, you said advantage, right?
Advantage 13 is not going to do it, I'm afraid.
Okay,
Go,
one more,
go,
please,
go.
please.
Oh, no!
No.
It's almost wonderful, but the big meaty hand of this person, which looks kind of feathery actually, just grabs hold of your baseball bat and throws it a mile, like it goes off like a discus. So you are now minus that baseball bat, and this guy is pissed. Let's go back to Johan!
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Okay.
We're about the dramatic action cuts.
Rad makes a very impressed whistle when
Okay.
that bat goes.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Oh
Little
my.
ting as it goes off into the distance.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Okay.
Johan, just to catch everybody back up, you have just dismissed an owl to alert people as to what the hell is going on. Your plan is to cut the rope of the safe so it lands before it is meant to. I want you, before you do anything else, to make an
He
intelligence...
has already realized that is stupid.
No, it's not actually.
Really?
But I want you to make
Okay.
I want you to make an intelligence check all the same.
Okay.
Because there's an extra thing that you may not have thought of. Oh,
9.
dear. A 9. The delicacy of the situation does escape you. But please tell me what your plan is at this point.
Okay, well, like, looking while he's looking for a way to get up to this guy, he realizes this is not a great idea. Like, they can forestall this as long as he can keep the guy from cutting the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're good.
Yep.
Hopefully. Hopefully the rope is, up to code.
Yeah, they haven't managed to start cutting it yet. They had headed towards it to start to do that, but then you did this, you...
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, you're on the floor. Like, you're below them. So, like, they are about to start cutting it.
Can Johan see where they are?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you that.
Thank you. That's lovely. Okay, Eldritch Blast has a range of 120 feet. Is that guy within 120 feet?
Definitely.
Okay.
Please roll
We're
to
gonna
hit.
just... Yeah.
21. Absolutely.
And... 20!
20!
Dirty 20.
Definitely. They both hit.
Okay. I'll just do 2d10 since it's just a straight 2d10 for each one.
A 4
4?
is not that impressive. I have to say, like, what does your Eldritch Blast look like? Because I don't know. Because your patron is adorable and wonderful, and I love it.
It is... Basically, it's a bright sort of white, kind of opalescent light. It goes out, it looks a little bit like a spear almost, and there's like a little swirly that follows it as it heads up and
Love
just
that.
smacks right into this presumed owl.
Mm-hmm. That's really good. And I'm going to make him make a dex save. I think it's going to be at a disadvantage because, like, you just hit him with the magic swirly thing.
Oh,
23. So let's see.
Okay.
An 11. I'm going to say, like, he doesn't fall off the beam, but he loses his balance enough that he can't start cutting the rope. And in fact, like, he basically has to do the sloth grab. Like, he nearly falls off and then swings underneath it because he's, like, grabbed it with his wings and his feet over the top of the bar, and he's just, like, hanging there. So he's going to have to use his action to get back on top of the bar. And yeah, so he can't, like, approach the safe. Congratulations, you've delayed that for a bit. Can he
He's gonna yell up, "Is it worth?"
Sorry, what would you say?
He's gonna yell up at this guy, "Is it worth your life?"
And you actually see him hesitate for a moment, and by that I mean he's going to make a wisdom save. An 8. He doesn't make it. He wavers for a second and then says yes, and then turns around to, like, resume what he was about to do. But again, like, he basically had to use his whole action to, like, do all that. By this point, I think the owl has made it downstairs and is making a garbled mess of noise at other owls. He's too far away from the set, and like, they're all basically telling him to shut up because they're trying to work, and what the hell are you doing? Carl, calm the fuck down! What are you trying to say? So that's happening. Basically, I'm gonna make a persuasion roll for this owl. 1! Oh, Carl!
Oh, no.
Carl!
Oh no, Carl.
He's such a mess. He can't get his words out straight. Like, no one understands what Carl is doing. And, yeah, they're not paying enough attention to him to, like, understand that there is a legitimate threat, which is why Carl is a mess. Also, he just ran down, like, 4-5 stories, like, okay, he's tired. But, yeah, I will say, I think it's your go again. What are you gonna do?
Okay, like, since this guy isn't letting up, neither can Johan. He's going to go for another 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep, that'll do it. Oh, yes!
2d10. 15! Oh my gosh,
My
that is wow.
Wow, do you want to describe how you take this owl out? Because you did it!
Oh boy, okay, yeah, I'm guessing that the first one just, like, hits, like, that's the 8, so that's almost, it staggers the owl, and then the second one just completely knocks this poor thing off its perch, and it falls down to the floor.
It was not nailed to the perch. This owl hits the ground pretty damn hard next to you. In fact, so hard that a little blue stone comes bouncing out of where one would presume the ear of an owl would be, and you just hear the words, "the roof." And that was basically part of the same conversation that we had with the other two. So you've gained a clue from that. And
okay.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm going to leave you.
May Johan use Spare the Dying on the owl?
Sure. I mean, yeah, that's probably a good idea because, yeah, they're at negative.
And tie them up, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep.
Also tie them up? Okay, cool. Yeah, That's it.
You spare this dying owl and tie them up. Aren't you lovely? Okay, that's great. I think we're going to do like a split screen. You know that cool anime thing? So now we have Rowan on the left-hand side, we have Johan on the right-hand side, and you have both received a clue that strongly implies that there is going to be something happening on the roof.
Cool.
Also, you both have a little blue glowy stone.
Oh, that's right.
Same
We can talk
stone?
to each other.
Same stone?
Same stone.
Same stone.
Same stone.
Okay. Do you have any idea what they might be doing?
I mean,
Are
yeah,
we
you
talking
don't.
to each other?
You don't know that each of you has a stone. Like, I'm just pointing out that you do.
No.
Okay. Johan's gonna listen in. Like, does he catch anything other than the roof? Like any of the surrounding noise?
Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, that conversation has ended. However, you do hear, after a while, what? Who is that? Oh, it's probably her. And then footsteps, and then a door opening, and then you hear, what are you? And then you hear baseball music, and then you hear a grabbing sort of sound, and then you hear...
Huh. I think we need to get up. I think I need to get up to the roof.
Do you say that out loud?
I guess he does, yeah.
Rowan, you totally hear that.
Roof.
Wait.
Okay then.
Froven?
Wait. I actually forgot your name. What was your name again?
It's Johan. Where are you?
Well, I just... Ow. Apparently.
Oh, do you know how to get up to the roof from where you are?
I've never been in here, so nope.
Just find a way up.
Alright. Guess, yeah. Find
I'll
a
meet
way
you
up
at the
then.
roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
see you up
From
there.
where... Okay. Since Johan went up, to begin with,
Mhm.
I'm assuming that, like, he's somewhere near the roof. Is there, like, a window or something that could be, unlatched where he might be able to climb through? Or is there, like a visible entrance to the roof from where he is?
Kind of. Yes, you can basically, from where you're at, you can see either side of you the culmination of the stairs. So on the left, there were the stairs that you came in via, and on the right, there are some other parallel stairs leading up. You can also see straight in front of you, there's something that looks like a big elevator, like the sort that you would use to, wheel up heavy equipment up to the roof or, on the various floors. So there are, in fact, 3 entryways to the roof. Rowan, similarly, you can see from where you are, there are the stairs that you came in from, and to the other side, it looks like there are same stairs on the other side.
Oh. Upon the elevator, Johan's going to say, does it look like the elevator goes further down than from where it is?
Yeah, the elevator is all the way up at the moment is the problem.
Oh, okay. But if he sent it down, would it go below this floor to the sets below?
Yes, because like, you are as high up as high gets.
Okay. He's gonna go back to the stone and say, Rovan, see if you can find an elevator. I'll send it down your way. You can take it up to the roof, it looks like.
Elevator. Got
Elevator. Got it. Okay. He's gonna run over and kind of do that thing where you find, he's just gonna like hit the lowest floor with holding the door open button and then run back out and up the stairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, yeah, you can do that. There's a whole list of reasons why you shouldn't be able to, but you know what? It's the end of the game, let's just do this. So yeah, you figure out how to send the lift down. There's like a big clunky lever. It's an open elevator, it doesn't have fancy doors or anything. Like, this is a service elevator. This is for wheeling big things onto and off of. They didn't have walls put into this thing. If you fall off, that's your issue. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But no, there's a sort of wire
I think
cage.
that's why he decided to take the stairs.
Yeah, there's a wire cage type thing. It's probably health and safety approved. Probably. It's fine. You all have the Acme effect. It's fine, you'll bounce. Okay. So yeah, you've sent the elevator down. In fact, this frees up the way up and out because the elevator is no longer in your way.
Lovely.
It does.
Alright. Okay, yeah, so up the stairs to the roof.
Okay, or the elevator. Anyway, you are basically on the verge of going onto the roof. However, I really do think at this point we have to go back to the roof. Because oh me, oh my, what a situation this is. I think let's be fair and do this via initiative to see who gets the hit in first.
Good. All right.
Oh dear, this guy just rolled a 21.
Oh, no.
And he only had a +2, so, I mean, good going.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
that's a critical failure.
Oh,
Fair, Rad
no.
was expecting to hit,
Hmm.
Oh no.
So- he got a little caught off guard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, that was a crit fail. I think I'm going to
Yeah.
attack you with advantage for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really glad Bob is hiding.
Here's some really bad news. This
Yeah.
guy has a +7.
Oh.
So that definitely
okay.
hits. I'm going to roll again just in case it's a crit, but I hope it's not. Yeah, okay, 24. Two 24s.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
2 24s in a
Dice
row.
would have spoken.
I'm so glad Bob is hiding.
I think we need an F in the chat. This
Yeah.
hasn't even happened yet. But I think we need an F in the chat. He just lifts up his foot and brings it down
Oh dear.
on top of you.
Oh no.
That's a 2d4 plus 4, my friend. A 9.
9.
How is Rad doing? You just got big stomped. Crunch.
My brain's not doing math right now. 21 minus 9.
I
Oh my
mean,
God, this is
9,
simple.
11, plus 1, 12?
mm-hmm.
12. Okay. So, not great, not the worst.
Mm.
I'm gonna say
Thank you, Snail, for helping with the maths. Confirmed.
oh,
Oh,
the-
okay.
oh, it does math for me. You gotta be oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Dice Passer is
That's
good for
good to know
math.
if my brain. That's very good. I want to make a strength check.
Sure, please
So-
do that.
Cause there is a foot on top of Rad,
Mm-hmm.
and Rad's got plus.
Actually, yes. No, wait, that's true, because you actually... that's a part of the thing that I forgot about this guy. They take the bludgeoning damage from this, which is actually a shield bash, and the victim must make a strength saving throw or be prone.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
So
let's
congratulations,
see
you
how-
just anticipated what I forgot.
Lady Luck, please. You've liked Rad so far, please.
Yes!
Oh,
Dirty
my
20!
God.
You get out of there!
Thank
You are
you,
not...
Lalu.
You are not prone.
oh, thank you, Lalu. Yeah, I was gonna say Rad was gonna use his strength to basically throw the foot off of him
Mm-hmm.
and maybe throw the guy off balance, maybe?
Ooh, I mean, like, with a 20, I kind of want to let you do that. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll make a dex save.
Cool. And Rad
Mhm.
Bob is still hiding. He's maybe peeking out to watch this, but Rad is gonna he's gonna click through his channels real quick and rummage in his speaker and pull out a golf club. The golf channel
Excellent.
clicks
I
on.
just rolled a crit fail +5, so please do something.
Cool. I'm gonna roll to hit real quick with the golf club.
Yeah, he's super off balance, so do that with advantage.
Rat out here with the Uno reverse card.
Mm-hmm.
18.
No,
That hits.
you.
Yeah!
Yep, that will hit.
Alright. Cool. So now it's gotta be a 1d8 plus 2. 6.
Ooh, okay, I mean, what? Describe what he does, sorry? What was it you were hitting?
I'd say he's still pretty. He's probably still gonna go for the unmentionables because, well, now he went at it before because that's where you aim for when you're that small. But now he's going for it because he just got stomped on and he doesn't appreciate that.
No, nobody would, really. Yeah, know what? I'm gonna make a whiz save and see, like this is kind of like with the owl before. A 17. this is weird, because really, ordinarily, by joke logic alone, this guy should have gone, oh, and fallen over onto the side, clutching his unmanageables. He doesn't. He kind of goes, and doesn't do that. It's kind of like, what? You broke the rule. That was a funny rule. How could you do this? It's natural, I tell you.
Brad is hurt. Brad is offended.
Brad is offended. So am I. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so that is basically what happened. And I think, I mean, like, there's a lot going on. I was hoping this would be nice and tidy and you'd all arrive at the same time, but no, that's not how we're doing this game. I think the elevator has reached the bottom of the building. And, Rowan, there is an elevator in front of you.
Yeah, you'll get into that elevator. He has been instructed.
There you go.
And he will go up.
Okay, you start doing that, and this is a pretty fast elevator. Again, made to lift heavy things, and you don't weigh shit, so it's going whoom. Meanwhile, Carl is going to try and get his shit together and tell people what's going on.
Just
13.
falls to the ground.
13. He's become slightly more coherent. He is managing to get words out. But some people believe him and some people just don't, and they're like continuing to tell him to like calm down, it was probably nothing. Is this like the time you said you saw Dora's ghost and it was actually just the janitor's cat? Yeah, it was like, yeah, that kind of situation. However, I will also make a perception check for someone else who's on the scene, and I think you all know who. 19. The engineer is like, what the hell is going on? And has walked over and is going to start listening to him on the next round. Rowan, you are on the way up. Johan, you are up. You are about to enter the roof. Do you do anything before you do?
Probably perception. Is he in a different area than Bob and Rad were, or like?
Well, I got a bit confused because I'm not sure if you're going in the end. Like, are you going in via the stairs or are you going in via the elevator?
He's going in via the stairs. He sent the elevator down for Rowan, so Rowan could get on up. But
okay.
He's gonna go take the stairs.
Are they the stairs in front of you or behind you? Like, are they the stairs that you came in via or the new ones that you have not reached?
The new ones.
Okay, great! Because you come up behind Bob, who is hiding behind a sort of cabinet thing, and oh god, what is happening out there? Make a stealth roll. Because you had to round the corner to get up here, so there is a point at which you are exposed to 6!
Oh no!
He wasn't really focused on being stealthy. He just pops his head around the corner, sees this gigantic silhouette and Rad getting blasted. Bob's over in the corner. Hi, Bob.
Yep.
Hi.
Yep. They are completely aware of your presence, and you said hi, Bob, so like they know that Bob's there too. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was saying that out of character, but okay, yeah.
Okay, at this point I'm going to throw you up the map. This has a theoretical arrangement of like what the ideal situation would have been for your characters, but never mind. Ignore the placements. Basically, where you two are at is in the top right. You see that little square with the stairs? That's where you two are.
Okay.
And directly,
okay, cool.
Directly in front of that is the big red circle.
Cool.
However, there are only 2 of these purple dots. There are only 2 assassins left to help this big owl. And you know it's an owl because they actually take off the mask because they are annoyed by it now and they're just like, I'm just going to destroy you fools. And they look like this.
Is it safe to say this guy was featured in a separate game?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to talk to Odie?
Well, Johan has no reason to know who Odie is. This is just Breaks going, hey, this pecker again.
Yep. I mean, you can still talk to this person who's about to beat your faces in.
Well, I feel like since Bob has been revealed, I think he's gonna I think we could talk this over, maybe.
I find that quite unlikely. What is this voice? What was that voice?
I must agree, unfortunately.
What the fuck accent was that? I'm English and I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm coming up with something because this character was Owl's and I can't do Owl's voice, so then I was like, well, let's make him Cockney, I guess. But what the hell was that? The fuck? Anyway, okay, we'll figure this out as we go. I'm so sorry. Also, yeah,
Okay, Mom.
I'm just going to quickly catch people up who didn't listen to the FPS with Jack and Shorts Kid. Jack and Shorts Kid had a hell of a day trying to find Jack's hat. Wow, that's hard to say. And they found it, and this guy, this asshole, Odie, was a sort of competition for Jack for being a stuntman, and Jack was better than him at everything. So he's like, I know what I'm going to do. Instead of getting better at my job, I'm going to steal his hat and wear makeup and pretend to be Jack, which he did, somehow, because Toons are like that, despite him being the size of a 10-ton truck. I will say that several other things happened to this guy because, I mean, thank you, Owl, for letting me use Odie for this, and indeed the other owls that the engineer fired, because, wow, they packed up badly, because Jack sort of died, but didn't because D&D and was healed and it's fine. But the engineer was very upset, and the Odie was fired so badly that his stats were basically halved, because this guy has the stats, or had the stats, of a gladiator. That was a gladiator versus a level 4 warlock, if anybody wants to look those up later for your own amusement. I mean, I think Jack did pretty good, considering. So, yeah, he's big and meaty, but he's not quite as awful as he was back then.
Dear.
He's still a problem.
Gladiator
He's still a
stats, oh my.
huge problem, though.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, I don't like him.
Alright,
Alright.
how are we going to do this then? Am I going to kill you here or somewhere else?
I was thinking no one kills anybody?
Well,
And we
you hear
talk
that,
this out
fellas?
like civilized people?
No one's gonna kill anyone, is it? And the other two owls, who have, similar to Odie, rather oversized grins under these masks that they've just taken off. I think it's really weird seeing a mouth that's a beak with teeth anyway, but these are like not normal smiles. There's something really weird about it.
Bat
Can I
animated
roll
series flashbacks.
Can I roll perception on that?
Sure, absolutely, I would encourage it. I'm
Yeah,
basically stalling so Rowan has enough time before we roll initiative.
That's good, 'cause Bob is stalling.
Oh, nice.
A 16 is good. I mean, would Johan roll a perception check?
I'm trying to debate what he. This is definitely unnatural. Could he figure out why it's unnatural via like medicine or arcana?
Sure, I will allow that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should have done Arcana. God.
Oh,
Nope.
nope.
Nope. You have...
No, he's a little freaked out.
Yeah, you're definitely freaked out. But Bob, you've somehow got more of a head on you. And yeah, you firstly observed that this isn't just creepy for the aesthetic, creepy. There's something not right about these smiles. And in fact, like, the whole behavior of these owls seems too drastic. It's like too exaggerated and villainy, you know, tunishly villainy. And I think that's what we're going to give you. Rowan, you are nearly at the top of the building, and you can probably, like... Yeah, I actually want you to make a... I feel like this is almost like insight. This is like me wanting to see what your instincts are saying to you.
Okay. Insight.
17. You are a barbarian. You are very in tune with your gut feeling, and you have got a sinking feeling in that gut. You have a feeling that whatever's waiting for you on the roof is not good. In fact, it is probably very bad. And because of that, you are probably going to be more careful when you get up there than you might have otherwise been.
Okay.
What I mean is, if you want to sneak up on these guys, I will totally give you advantage.
Oh yes, I will. I will do that.
However, I think I have delayed the inevitable too much, so for those who are presently on the roof, I will ask you to roll initiative, and basically, Rowan, I will make you go last in the order because you're not there yet. I think that's just how we're gonna have to play this. Okay,
That's
it's
fair.
6 for Johan.
6 for Johan.
Am I re-rolling from my
I think
previous
so. I
terrible-
think we're just like, we're starting off fresh. It's easier that way.
Okay, good. Because the last initiative was terrible.
That's 16, that's better.
That's much better.
That's much better.
That's much better. I'll
Okay.
take that.
Who's that? Is that Bob or Red?
They share initiative.
Oh, you share an initiative. Okay, that's the buddies. That's the best buddy club. Cool. I will now roll the owls. These are the lesser owls, as it were. A 13 and a 22.
Oh dang, nat 20 from that one.
Woohoo! Okay, so one of them is like really on the job. One of them is a little bit sleepy. So I will call that A1 and A2. And now we have Odie.
Oh,
Odie.
man.
Please roll bad. Please roll bad.
16.
Oh, no, you're sharing initiative with Bob. and
Oh,
Red.
no!
I mean, what was your plus, Bob? Oh no, you have a +1, so yeah, he's got a +2. He actually goes before you. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh
So
my.
I'm gonna write this out. The order is Assassin 1, then Odie. I just spelt that in the most ludicrous way. I'm going to rewrite that. Bob and Red. And then we have the Assassin number 2. And then we have Breaks. And then finally, we have Rowan. Okay,
This
so
is
that is the order. I will pin that so that we don't lose it. Hooray. Okay, so Assassin number 1 is up and is I mean, like, we have that map, which again I should have pinned. I'm just gonna do that because I'm a good DM and I know what the fuck I'm doing. I didn't
You're doing
succeed on my
great, Maude.
deception roll there. Okay, so yeah, you guys are basically all clustered in that top right corner. Yeah, that's basically the area that we're fighting in, is that not hexagon that's over there. And eventually Rowan is going to appear in the elevator, which is way over there on the left. Yep.
Yeah, we'll flank him.
Okay, so there are 2 assassin owls, and they are a little further away than Odie is. Odie is like right up in your grill, but those 2 are like basically chilling. They're chilling back there a bit, so they are at enough of a distance that one of them can use a blowpipe without disadvantage. So that's 20 plus 5, and he's aiming at the person that he can see. Well, actually, yeah, he's going to use his movement to get a clear shot, and he's going to fire it at Bob.
Dear.
23.
Oh.
Wow.
Ugh.
Okay,
I'm
that,
so glad that wasn't a nat. I'm really glad it wasn't a nat 20 though.
yeah, these are high rolls though. I mean, I guess
Dang.
they're good at what they do. I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah, I would hope.
Wow.
That hits, though.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that hurt.
I have some extra bad news for you that's coming, but first of all, let's
no.
roll.
Oh dear.
Okay, so that's hilarious. So I rolled a
Ah.
d2 plus d8, but I'm going to get into that. So you actually only take 4 damage, but that d8 is poison damage. I need you to roll Constitution.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
What's Bob's constitution? Not as bad as I thought. Okay. Saving.
Oh, phew.
8.
Okay, oh no, not few. No, that's bad. That's very bad. Okay, yeah, you
Ow.
definitely don't make that saving throw. You have been poisoned. And the next time around, you're going to take an extra bit of damage, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that bad news when we get to it. Okay.
So nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. I've got some more bad news for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who's next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have,
Oh, boy.
I may have a thing for that, but we'll see what he does.
Okay. Well, it happened to work really well last time, and Odie isn't big on smarts, I will say that. So, he's gonna try and smush your little radio friend again. And again.
Oh, he's going for Rad?
Yeah. Well, Rad is
Okay,
closer.
okay.
Rad is closer.
No, that's true. No, I know, but I was like hoping
Oh.
he'd go for Bob, then I'd be able to do a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I'm sorry,
that
Bob.
hits.
Mm,
Brad,
for damage.
no!
I mean, like, yeah, that's a 2d4 plus 4 again. And that's 7, so please take 7 damage. And yet
Ugh,
again,
Rad.
again, I need you to make a strength save because, like I described this as a shield bash, and if you fail, you will also be prone.
Yep. Save. 14.
14 just makes it. The DC is 14.
I will say though, Raz at 5
Yep.
HP and sparking a little bit. However, since Bob is now next in the lineup, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Well, Bob he's just been poisoned, so that didn't feel good. But he's also just seen his dear radio get hit. So he's gonna and it's not been a good, and you know what, he's not been enjoying this, so he's going to cast Fireball.
Oh! I mean, you're very close to this guy, that's the only thing I'll say, but yeah.
So, let me see, what do I need to roll?
I mean, I have to roll a dex saving throw, but it's like an area spell, so do make this decision wisely.
You hurl, Firebolt, you hurl a mote of fire at a
Oh, it's
creature,
Firebolt,
object
not
within
Fireball. I heard Fireball.
No.
I was like, whoa, okay, cool.
No, Firebolt. You hurl a mote of fire, make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage.
Okay, cool.
So, it would be 1d plus plus the modifier, I believe? Okay, cool. That's...
Sorry for the unpleasant ASMR, I just needed to eat something. Okay, that's 18. An 18, that definitely hits. And I assume you are firing it at Odie.
Oh yes, Bob is going straight for the big lug's head.
Yep.
It's like you hit his radio, Bob hits you.
Yeah, please do.
That made my dad laugh.
Excellent. Shout out to your dad. Hello. Yes.
Oh!
So 1d10.
Everybody loves Brad, even your dad.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
that rhyme.
With the power of dad laughter, he takes 8 burning damage, and doesn't like that. You said you were aiming for his face.
Yep.
Yep. He actually, I'm gonna say he staggers backwards because, like, I think anybody would. So you have a little bit more breathing space. Like, he's not put off balance or anything, but you just set his face on fire.
Question. Would you say feathers count as a flammable object?
Oh.
Ooh, I want to. What would that do? Would that, like...
A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
I mean, he's wearing feathers.
Oh, that's true.
Technicalities. I'm gonna say, like... I will say that for the cartoon gaff, his face is entirely black. It's done like the black soot thing, and he's just got these 2 blinking eyes.
I'll take that.
Very nice.
Cool. Okay, do you want to do anything else with your turn? You have any bonus actions you want to take? Movement, and also, of course, Rad, who has just taken a whopping.
Rad's gonna... Bonus actions confuse the heck out of me.
Yeah, me
Would
too.
Would I be able to do another attack? Not a spell attack, but...
I mean, if it takes an action, then no, I don't think so. I mean, like, does Rad get his own turn in the order? That's where I'm a bit confused. I haven't done this kind of fight before.
Oh no, I was thinking for Bob.
Oh, for Bob. No, yeah, if you use a spell
Rad is...
like that, that'll be a whole action.
Rad is able to move on the bonus action.
Yep.
So he is able to attack since he's not prone as well. So
okay,
I'm gonna say Rad, because Rad still has his golf club. I think he's gonna go for a good whack.
Yes, do it. Get him in the shins. Make him pay for not falling for the comedy gag last
21,
time. 21 does it, yes!
Nice!
Please
Yeah,
roll
nice.
damage.
Take a 1d8 plus 2. I keep forgetting the mod. Aha! Take a 9!
It's a birdie.
And you just...
I mean, he is a birdie.
It seems he has hit a birdie, and the ball is flying across the course. That's the a golf channel playing.
Yeah.
Pretty soft. Golf claps.
Very, very good. Yeah, that actually, like, combined, he thinks you two are, like, potentially a problem. Unfortunately, this may cause him to attack you more. And anyway, it's not his turn. Fortunately, it is. Oh, it's the assassin. It's the other assassin. It's the other assassin's turn. Good. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to first of all actually make this guy Well, I'm gonna roll a thing and then see if it works against his passive perception, because the thing is, the elevator is getting very close, and it does make a noise. A 12. Okay, fortunately, this guy's passive perception is shit, so he doesn't notice it. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem for you, Rowan, that's fine. But, yeah, this assassin is, however... this assassin is a problem, and you're about to find out why, because... He says, "Hey boss, you alright?" And then the boss heals for... So yeah, Odie recovers 7 hit points.
Oh.
Because that guy
no.
just cast Healing Word. Here's some more bad news for you.
no.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Okay, so yeah, this guy heals the boss and then goes up to his friend and taps him on the shoulder and has given them Bardic Inspiration. So they have a plus D6 on the next time they do something.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. But, huh? Okay, fortunately, he hasn't decided to use any of his bardic coolness to attack anybody, so that's the end of his turn. And whose turn is it now? Oh, look, it's you! Breaks, what you gonna do?
Okay, well, he's not the only one who can heal on a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, going to use 2d6 of healing light on Rad.
Hey, that's good.
Aw, thank you. Do I roll or do you roll?
I
You
do,
roll.
and he gets 8 health points back. I'm not sure how that works on a machine, but hey, 2 little motes of light pop out of Johan's hand and merge into Rad, and wires fix up. There's a little less sparking, and Rad's a little more
logic.
put together again.
That's great.
Just put it back together. And Rad gives you a very thankful whistle.
Yep.
No problem. Scheiße. He's gonna cast Eldritch Blast at Odie, because Odie's the biggest thing here.
Yep, that's a good idea.
14?
Unfortunately, that does not hit. I think it just bounces off him.
Ooh.
18
18.
does. Yep, definitely.
Okay. Just straight D10 damage, 8 damage.
Yeah. This lancing spear of light, like the first one bounced off and that like really skews you off, so you do it again, and this time like where it bounced off before is like it's like you feel like he's probably wearing armor under this shirt, and in fact he is. His DC is 16, and it gets through. It actually gets through. So you do 8 damage, and yeah, again he does not like that. And does a sort of how could you do this? My perfect plan, which was not a perfect plan at all. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll something real quick, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is. That was terrible. That was
2d0.
completely
2d0,
incorrect. Let me
nice.
do that again. Okay, that's great. That's really good news. Okay. Yeah, look, we continue. You don't need to know what that is. Rowan, your elevator has finally arrived. You have your instinct telling you that something bad is happening out there, even without perception to like hear that there is shit kicking off. But like basically, yeah, if you go out there carefully, you will have advantage on things. But it's entirely up to you, and Rowan is a barbarian. That might not be in his character at all.
Yeah, I would think that he would arrive, would see what was happening, and man.
I do love that Rowan gets to make the entrance in the elevator
Mm-hmm.
behind these guys.
Nice. I think they haven't moved, right, from the map that spot. I would assume.
Yeah, unfortunately that map, like the people placement on that is nonsense. Just ignore all the dots on it. That was a theoretical situation. I basically should have given you a plain map. I don't know why I did that.
Oh,
I'm a stupid
I'm
goose. Okay, so
No,
you
it's okay.
but they're all basically cluttered up in the the upper right square where the stairs are. They're all kind of hanging out there, and you've just appeared in the elevator, which is way over on the left of there.
Yeah, he's not too happy about what's happening. Yeah, I honestly think he would try to do stealth hold. I think he's just gonna rush in. he does not like where this is going.
Okay.
He rushes in and goes towards Odie.
Okay, I will say you can just about make it, because, like, if you're dashing, then you're a barbarian, so your speed's, like, 40. You can get there. The problem is you're basically, if you use your action to dash, that takes up your turn. That takes up your action that you would otherwise use to attack. Unless you, like, get halfway and then do, like, a ranged attack, or you could just do a ranged attack. Do you have anything like that?
I do have a javelin.
I would recommend that.
All right. Do I need to roll to take? That out, or I could just take that out?
Nah, you just have it, man. Even if you do,
Okay.
That's a boring rule. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You get your javelin.
Yeah, he's gonna use a javelin. He's gonna aim that right at.
Yeah, which one are you aiming at? Because there are 2 small owls and 1 very big one.
You know what? I'm gonna aim it one at one of the owls.
Good. You don't know which one is which, but please tell me, is it the one on the left or the right?
On the left.
That's such a good idea. Yes.
Yes. Attack.
14 hits. Yep. And do you want some more good news? Because you're a barbarian, you get to attack twice.
All right.
Oh, that's a nat 20 plus 4! Critical damage. Okay, so please roll damage twice, and the second attack you will do like double damage basically on the attack.
Okay, so a javelin does 6. So I will do that 2.
Okay, the first one does 6, which is pretty darn good. Okay,
6. That is 12.
Okay, that's great, because that 4 on the second one is actually 8. So you actually hit 16 damage. Guess how many hit points this bard owl had?
16?
It was precisely 16. And congratulations, by pure chance.
Absolutely murks this owl.
By pure chance, you took out the healer. Because, like, if you'd gone for the one on the right, you would have just taken out the other assassin. You took out the healer. That's, like, a really good idea.
Good.
Well done.
Beautiful.
What an entrance by Rowan.
Yay.
Okay, I mean, the bad news on this is that the remaining assassin is the one that's next in turn, and he's just seen you obliterate his teammate. So, like, yeah, he is taken by surprise, but not surprised enough that he isn't going to wheel around and fire one of these darts at you. So, again, that is going to be 20 plus. Hell, what was the bonus for this thing? Hang on, give me a second. Where are you? Oh, it's plus 5. Okay, fine. 15, does that hit you? What's your AC? Where is it? I've written it down.
Is 15.
It's 15, it matches. I'm afraid it makes it. So,
Okay.
yeah, the advantage does go to the aggressor. Unfortunately, you do take this amount of damage, and you are also going to have to, after this, give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you only take 6 damage, which, you know, for a barbarian, no sweat. But please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, Constitution. Luckily, he's pretty good at Constitution. But not that great.
Not that great. Okay, a 7, I'm afraid, doesn't do it. Like Bob, you start to feel a bit queasy, and you have been poisoned. And again, like on the next turn, you will have to deal with the consequences of that. Okay. So, that's that one, and oh dear, it's the big guy. The big guy is actually taking quite a pounding. Like, that was a very impressive round. You did a number on him. And he's very upset about this. I am actually going to roll a d3 to see which of you he goes for, because he's that annoyed at all of you. Oh, okay, Johan, I'm really sorry, but that's you.
I think he'd have to get past.
Oh,
past
that's
Bob
true.
and Rad, wouldn't he?
Okay, in that case, I'll roll a d2. I'll roll a d2 because it'll be one of those two. Okay, Bob, it is you this time.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm good.
Okay. What's he gonna do to you? What is he going to do to you? I mean,
I'm gonna say just real quick
Yep.
that Rad has a reaction called Deflect Attack.
Oh,
Where
good.
defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender. So
okay.
if Odie's gonna go for Bob,
Mhm.
Rad is gonna impose disadvantage.
That's very good, and thank you for
Yeah,
telling me
Rad.
that in advance. That's great.
Yep.
Here's something hilarious for you. He pulls out an umbrella. Like,
Oh.
that's
Confused looks all around.
yeah. The bad news is that this is just a reskin spear, so he's going to use that to attack you. It's very
Dear.
pointy. It's really pointy at the end.
Oh dear.
That's
Uh,
okay. Disadvantage.
Oh.
15.
Oh, that's better.
I mean,
yeah, that still hits.
that still hits.
Oh,
It meets.
no.
It meets. Oh
No.
God, yeah,
Bob's
your
AC
AC is like
is
11. Jeez, that
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah.
That's a bad
Ow.
AC. Oh baby.
Hey, you know what? It's better than the 24.
That's true. I mean, like, it still hits. It's kind of like the same difference. Oh God. Okay. I mean, I do have bad news for you because this is a mightily impressive umbrella. That's 10. You take 10 damage from one hit.
Oh dear.
Ay, ay.
And now I gotta take the damage from the poison too.
You
How
do?
much was that?
That's actually a d4. That's 13. Unlucky for some and definitely unlucky for you. So you are immediately down to 14 hit points. Yike.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
that's a good time for Bob to cast. Bob is going to cast a spell. Is Odie done with his?
Oh
turn?
yeah, Odie's done.
Cool. Bob is going to cast the spell Aid. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Nice. Good job.
So everyone increase their thing by 5.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna add 5 to Rad's as well.
Wait, are you applying this
Is that
to
like
yourself, Bob? Please tell me you're applying it to yourself.
Applying it to 3 creatures. Rowan has not been hit,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's gonna apply it to himself, Rad, and Johan.
That's a very, very cool thing to do. Yeah, there you go. Actually, Johan, can you remind me where your hit points are at? I've lost track.
Currently, with the max up to 22 out of 29 from 12 out of 24.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad. Okay. Super duper wonderful, and I don't know why I said that in such a strange way. Okay, so that was Bob's turn. Is it Rad's turn now?
Yes. Rad is going to. He's gonna go with the classic and roll to hit with the golf club again. 20 plus hit, please hit. And he's gonna go for Odie. 14.
Nice.
Is that
Oh
do it?
no, it doesn't. I was looking at the owls. I'm sorry, it doesn't hit. That's got me to 16.
Alright, that was a miss.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else you can do or want to do? Like movement, bonus actions, saying something
I think-
funny?
I think as just a little bonus action, Brad's gonna make some distance between himself and Odie because he's been the closest to Odie and he's been taking pretty bad damage from Odie. He doesn't like Odie, so he'd like to make some distance.
Yeah, that's fine. And you do still have one other antagonist to deal with. I will ask. You can see the map. Where are you headed on that map? So you were in the box. Now where are you?
Were you heading back towards Johan or out into the?
Yeah,
Rad's gonna head back to be right next to Bob.
Good. Because, yeah, if you'd gone outwards, I would be making an attack of opportunity, because you'd have to squeeze past this real big
He's
asshole.
not going out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just staying by Bob.
Okay.
Protect Bob.
Okay, super. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Do I do that this round? No, let's do this properly. I'm going to just roll something again. Okay, it's not quite there yet. Okay, so the good news is the next person in the turn is no longer the bard because he is KO'd, completely kasplatted. The next person is Breaks. It is Johan. What's Johan going to do?
Okay. Big scary owl. Another person. I guess he can see Rowan now out on from. His position?
you can see this heroic figure that just nailed the healer of the opposing party.
Okay, so right now, Odie is the biggest problem. He's going to try and cast Guiding Bolt and use his last pact slot.
Lovely. It's an excellent spell to use. Okay, please do that. Oh.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. I mean...
Yeah, that is.
I can actually kind of see this happening because you cast this holy light that comes kablamming down, and it seems to kind of like slide off Odie. It's kind of weird, and when it does, you see his smile get a bit wider for a second, and then it's back to still being abnormally wide, but not like... It was almost like a flinch. It was almost like the smile did something. Yeah. Unnatural.
Okay. Boy. What else can he do? Not much.
Again, you can talk, you can move, and bonus actions, so...
Okay, he's gonna try and for a conversation. Why are you doing this?
None of your business. I would like you to make a persuasion. So, let's see if you can persuade him to monologue. An 18. Oh, this guy really has beef and he really wants to, monologue. So, unfortunately, I didn't write one, so I'll just have to make it up. But, Odie just sort of says, "The owner of this fine establishment, apparently this is my voice now, you will just all have to deal with that. The owner of this building, or co-owner, as he so hates to be reminded, well, he saw fit to fire me for doing my job. And I was only doing my job. I was trying to get a job. Because he wouldn't give me a chance, would he? I mean, that upstart Jack, he just waltzes in and gets all the pieces of action that I want. I've been here for 5 years. 5 years! And I always end up being a goon, or a lackey, or just lifting things. I mean, I'm good at lifting things, aren't I, Larry? And the other guy says, "I'm Gary," and he says, "Oh, whatever." But I wanted to be the star, you know? And the smile almost looks a little bit tragicomical now, because he really did. He really did. And I was fired, and it was really mean, and he yelled really loudly, and I was like, "All right, I'll go then." And then I went down to this pub, see, and I was like drinking that triple X. It's really good for the soul after you've been fired by a mean, horrible little orange thing. Oh, he's so frightening. And there was this nice fella. He was really sympathetic, you know. And he listened to me and he said, "Well, that's really mean, innit? You didn't even kill the guy. If you're going to get fired for basically killing someone and you didn't mean to, you might as well go back and actually kill someone as you was meaning to." And I thought, you know what, that's an extremely reasonable suggestion. So I came back here with a couple of my mates what was also fired, weren't we, Larry? Gary! Oh yeah, whatever. And that's why we're here. So if we can't kill the engineer, we'll kill you instead.
Well, thanks.
Okay,
Stupid.
that was I'm actually gonna make him take 1 psychic damage. Okay. Because, I mean, damn.
Oh, Bob, I love you so much.
Okay. That was awesome. Yeah, he kind of is stung, literally stung by the insult. However, I think, Johan, is that the end of your go?
Yes, he's gotten the
Great.
monologue, so a little bit of information.
Yeah, you definitely got to give yourself a breather. Rowan, what you gonna do?
You almost killed someone.
Mm-hmm.
She says that out loud.
Well, he sort of, he did die in it, but, like, they made him better, so it doesn't really count, does it?
I think it does.
I think that does. Yeah.
Yeah, he exchanges looks with Gary, and I'm going to make them at the same level, they might as well. Oh, 1, oh dear. That was a wisdom saving throw, and again, these smiles, they almost seem to, like, gleam a little more widely, and they just shrug, and they're like, well, whatever, innit? We're committed.
So that's it?
That's
You
it.
gotta... Really?
Oh,
You gotta go
yes.
from trying to work at a studio to being a murderer? And Bob raises up his hands. He does not get this at all. Tunes over in Inkwell are just so freaking weird.
Yeah.
They make no sense to him.
No, this is very much Toon villain logic, and it's not like this most stable. And as he said in his monologue, the word suggestion was sort of underlined in capital letters. Yeah, that may have happened. As a spell, I mean. Okay, but back to Rowan. Aside from being like, what the heck is wrong with you? What are you going to do?
Man, he's just very, like, very confused about why he's doing this now, but he's still pretty much upset about all this.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy. Gets more and more angrier the more angrier he gets.
Oh?
Oh? Would he like to?
Oh?
Yeah, no, he's gonna rage.
Yeah, baby! That's what we like to
he's gonna
hear.
rage.
We love to see it.
Yes.
Okay, you're raging.
Yeah.
You Angie.
And he's gonna go in for an attack with his this Morning Star.
Yes! On Odie or the remaining assassin?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, if I take out this owl, then the one that's left, but it would seem to be bigger. But
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would ask, like, in character, which one you would go for. Because, like...
yeah, no, in character, no. He's actually go after me.
Okay, you go for Odie.
Yeah.
Fine, okay, you're raging. Give me those hits.
Okay.
Smashy, smashy. Oh dear. A 9!
Oh no!
He somehow
Okay.
dances out of the way. You're so blinded by rage that your swing was, like, pretty poorly judged. You're just that mad.
Okay. I get one more, right?
You do. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
There
There
it
it
is. A 23. Please roll me some damage.
Okay then. D8. 28.
That would be nice. 28 into D28.
Oh. Yeah.
As spicy meatball. Do you want to describe how you smack this guy?
Yeah, no, he goes up, and just swings up right across the chin up to the face.
Oh, wonderful. In fact, like, there's a smear frame where Odie's head is just, like, jackknifed over the back of his shoulders, and then it goes boing on his neck. That's real good. In fact, as his head resumes, he sort of growls for a bit, and then one of his teeth swings, and then falls out. So he's got, like, one fewer teeth. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Rowan, I think that's your go. That was pretty epic. That was awesome. Good job. And now it is the assassin, who is called Gary, not Larry, because Odie is just really bad with names. I mean, a guy in the studio called Larry? Okay. this owl is he's going to use his movement to back away some more. So he's actually like heading towards the other box with the stairs. So he's heading south. You suspect, to get the hell out of Dodge. So yeah, he is going to do that, but while he's doing it, he can still use that really annoying little blowpipe. Gosh darn it. Oh wait, no wait, I'm very sorry, but Rowan also has to take 4 of poison damage.
Oh, okay. That's
So,
great.
That's not too bad. You're alright. You're a barbarian. You're
Yeah.
made of meat. Okay, but he is going to use that blow dart again. And that's not what I'm supposed to type. That's what I'm supposed to type. He is going to fire it at Rowan. You're definitely the closest. Oh, that's damage. What am I doing? Okay, if this hits, then you would take a 4. That does not hit. You do not take that.
No.
Got ahead of myself there. Okay, yeah, partly
It's
because,
okay.
like, this guy is backing away, so, like, he's trying to shoot while he's walking backwards. That's pretty hard. Like, that's hard, right? Okay, who's next? Oh, it's our favourite guy. Okay.
Goofy boy.
Now, the thing is, the last person in the order to hit Odie was, in fact, Rowan. So I think Odie is going to go and hit Rowan because, yeah, that's rude. How could you do this to him?
Alright.
Especially after he poured out his heart and soul for his really good reasons to be trying to murder a person. Yes, okay, so that's
Well, hey,
14.
they were going to murder, so they have they have to
That
stop.
doesn't hit. That doesn't hit. You managed to avoid the deadly, pointy umbrella spear. Congratulations. That's very good.
Nice.
That's great. I mean, like, and he's not going to move because he's, like, right in amongst you, and that's where he wants to be, to beat the crap out of you all. So, yeah, he doesn't use his movement, he doesn't have a bonus action, and that's it. I think it is now Bob and Rad.
Bob is, he thinks this is all, he's actually starting to think this is all really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just heard this guy's monologue and reason, it's just like, man, this guy's so stupid.
Yep.
So he's going to grab Rad, click through the dials, and put on the comedy channel and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh, my. What do I have to roll for that?
Oh,
Charisma saving throw?
Oh, good. He does not have anything for that.
Good.
Guess what? This guy isn't very charismatic. Oh, that's a 4!
yeah.
So the bit that starts playing on the radio is, there's a radio loose in the studio.
Oh, yes. I mean,
No
anyone
one knows
would.
what to do. Especially the radio.
Oh, God. Anyone would laugh at that bit, even if we've heard it before. It's funny as hell. And Odie kind of like, he's already grinning, and this is where it's a bit like painful because it looks like his smile is trying to cut off the top of his head from the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, he like reels and yeah, staggers about, and he is prone. He is laughing fit to burst.
Nice.
And I guess, like, I have to make, like, a wisdom save the next time around or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Okay, I will note that down. Thank you very much.
I think because it's going based off the Hideous Laughter spell,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, end of each turn, each time takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, each time it takes damage. That's good to know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, target has advantage on saving throw if it's triggered by damage, though.
Okay. Speaking of which, are you going to do any damage? Because this guy still has quite a lot of hit points left.
I think now that Odie is on the ground, Rad is gonna take his golf club, because Odie's head is looking a lot like a golf ball right now.
There's certainly a pea-sized brain in there. So, yeah, sure.
Yep. So let me just go ahead and
Bouncing around like a DVD logo. Oh, somehow.
since
No,
he's-
it's prone. You get advantage.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was about to ask.
We'll ignore that
Come on, Rad.
one.
Come on, Rad. Golf channel.
Yes!
Oh!
Okay.
And it's good.
1d8
4,
plus
Golf clap.
2 force damage. Golf clap. 5 damage.
5 damage. In fact, the head starts to go sailing off into the wild blue yonder, but then it comes back like elastic band style. And again, does the but he is going to make a wisdom saving throw because you just did damage. A 1! He thinks this is hilarious! He loves the gag! Like, he thinks this is funny. Like, that was really funny. Good job. Okay.
I'm so happy that worked. I'm so happy.
That was great.
Okay, and finally we have got Johan. What are you going to do about this situation? Again,
Oh
you
my
still
gosh,
have an
okay.
assassin owl who's heading south, trying to escape, and you have got a prone, giggling, mildly disturbingly hysterical Odie.
Yeah, that's weird. Yohan's finally gonna move up and like peek his head outside the door to see where that other owl went and send 2 Eldritch Blasts after that guy. Since it
Okay.
seems like the others have Odie well in hand at the moment.
Yep, I will say you can easily get clear of this doorway now because Odie is
Oh, that'd be
incapacitated.
lovely, yes.
Yep, no
Yes.
attacks of opportunity, you can just do this. Ooh, 24, yes.
Oh.
24,
And
yes!
Another 24!
2 in a row, baby!
Yeah.
Please hit. Okay.
8 damage.
It's an 8, yes. Do another.
No, that
Oh,
was
that's it.
both of his attacks.
Okay, yeah, that hits, and this owl is still good. This owl is still good, and does not look happy. Does not look happy about what you just did. And, yep.
Of the 2, Rowan or Bob, which of the 2 look like they're in worse condition?
Oh,
currently?
Bob needs to take poison damage.
Oh, you're right.
Does he?
Thank you very much for
Yes.
pointing that out. That's very kind of you. Okay, that's a 2. So you're down to
that's not
17.
bad.
Yeah?
Okay, we'll use another 1d6 of healing light to Bob. As bonus action, 4 health back to you.
Okay.
Back at
It's a
17
little
now.
better.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, and that'll be it.
Okay. So this owl is backing away, and I will get to you, Rowan. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry, I just needed some water. My throat is like bone dry.
It's okay.
This owl is backing away, so he's not looking at the door that he's heading towards. All of you see who's there.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh, good.
Very surprised eyes all around.
So, god damn it, can I do it? I figured out how to make this really cool sound, and I can only do it when I'm relaxed, and now I'm like tense as hell. Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Like
so
a raspy growl, because I kind of heard that.
oh, good. Okay, it wasn't really working very well. I'll try again, because yeah, this owl hears over their shoulder this rather awful noise, and it goes like this.
Wow.
Hi.
Wow.
Guess who's here? The engineer has joined the initiative. So,
Yes!
Yeah.
hi. It's my character who I have just thrown into the melee. This is yeah. He's real pissed. He's real pissed, and he just looks around and like he recognizes these people. And he basically figures out what's going on. Because, like, he's had, like, daily assassinations. Some of them are, like, massively incompetent. Some of them are, like, actually pretty good. The 4 that I rolled ages ago, that was his staff trying to persuade him not to bolt off to wherever these assassins were. You know, like, the people who were trying to kill him. That was them trying to reason with the engineer to not go. And they failed rather spectacularly. Isn't that a good idea? Okay, I think he's actually just so goddamn pissed that he's just going to rake this guy to pieces with his claws. And he will do this 3 times because it's a 2-handed attack and he gets to do a bonus action, which is also attack. Okay, so that's... Oh, well, that misses. 2, that hits. 3, that misses! Oh, boo! This guy is, like, dodging, like... I mean, his life does depend on it.
Makes sense.
But here's the good news. He's raging. So, he's got 1d2, d4 plus 4. Okay. D4 plus 4. It's really hard to type when you're, like, trying to think of story stuff. Okay, 7. Okay. This guy has been reduced to 1 hit point. And he just looks kind of sick. And at this point, he's also going to make a wisdom saving throw. A 3, he does not succeed in the sensible thing of, like, deciding to just give up. Again, this smile persists and keeps him standing. And, the engineer is like, what the fuck is going on up here? But he's beyond words. He's just so angry.
Oh dear.
Okay, Rowan, it's your turn.
Oh wow. Wow. That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just continuing on his rage. He's gonna still.
So you're very much up in Odie's grill, but he is prone on the floor and very much giggling.
To get them advantages.
I don't know.
I mean, you're right at the end of this fight. I will say, like, basically Odie is incapacitated. If you took out this second assassin owl, the conflict would be over. I think we could settle it at that.
Oh, the second owl.
Like, the assassin. That the engineer has just nearly taken out with one hit, but...
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Gonna go... Yeah, he's probably just gonna finish that attack then. On the owl.
Yeah, okay. You are at a distance, so again, I think your javelins would probably be the best idea.
Okay. Got it.
Just giving you that as a heads up.
Yes. Okay. Attack.
And you get 2 attacks because you're a barbarian. Okay, that's definitely gonna hit. I mean, like, you can roll again, but I'm pretty sure this guy's toast. Okay, yeah, that one misses.
Yeah.
We'll go with the 23. 23's good.
Oh,
Please roll damage, because, like, this guy literally has 1 hit
that's
point.
5
He's
damage.
done. He's done, son.
Wait, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, was that for? Oh no, okay, that wasn't the damage. That was just the
Javelin,
attack.
that is a DC.
Yeah.
2.
I mean,
Oof.
chances are.
Okay,
whatever.
yeah.
A 6. This assassin wheels around and looks like he's going to, like, he actually got a different dart out and looked like he was about to, like, blow it into the engineer's face, like, almost, like, down his mouth. And you come in with this beautiful javelin that sails up, and, you know, we see it hang in the air in a silhouette in front of the sun, and it does the sort of twing thing, and it comes down, and this owl just goes... and falls over sideways. And I still need you to take a d4 because you're poisoned. Okay, while that happens, you wince with pain because you take 1. It's not much, but it's still 1 damage. And I will say, like, basically you have 1. You have 1. If you want to have 1. Is that good?
Yay.
Is that good? Yes. I think
Yeah,
so.
this sounds
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's a beat. And then the engineer says, what the heck is going on?
Well, interesting that.
Uh,
I think
Bob.
we just, yeah, I think we just foiled an assassination plot against you, I believe.
Oh, so you're not
Like,
a part of it? Oh, that
we-
makes a change.
oh no, Bob pulls out a business card.
Oh, bless you, Bob. The engineer just brushes off, like, whatever ink blood was on his clothes and takes it off you and reads it. And he's like, oh, that's good. I was looking for it and I couldn't. We'll talk about that later. Oh, D. What the heck? I thought I told him if I ever saw his face around here, I'd rip it off and use it as an oil rag.
I don't think he's in the right mind.
I can see that. He just gives him a kick, and Odie sort of rolls over while he's rolling over and laughing on the floor. Yes? Okay. Laughing on the floor. This is a joke. This is the bad joke. But yes, I think by this point, like, other staff have appeared, and Odie is further incapacitated by being wrapped up with ropes, as all the other assassins have been. And, they are taken away for questioning by the police, and also to be, like, arrested for a proper jail for actually, like, trying to kill a dude this time. Like, last time it was kind of an accident, now it's like, You go to jail now. You bad. So they will talk to them later. And he says, "What? I mean, thank you, I suppose. Daisy filled me in. She came in to help out Carl, who is just the worst at explanations. I don't know what that boy's problem is. But, I mean, so you saw these fellas coming and you decided to pursue them by yourself? That's pretty brave."
Well, I'd say it's something of a duty, perhaps, to make sure that no harm comes to the persons they were trying to kill.
He nods gratefully.
I don't. It just seemed the thing. Maybe not the smartest thing to do now that I'm thinking back on it, but it didn't want anyone to get hurt. And Rat is just nodding along like, gotta save the day.
He's very impressed with you, Bob. He's also looking at Rad because the guy is a mechanic, so he's actually going to see that if he can fix him up any. I think that would be. I'll just do an intelligence check. Nat 20.
Wow.
Okay, the engineer takes a look at Rad and fixes up any of the damage that he'd taken because what a brave little radio, and he likes this radio. It's an old-fashioned type of radio, and I think that's good.
I'm gonna say Bob is probably shadowing him because that's his radio that you're touching.
That's fair enough. Protective
and I'm
mother
actually
style.
Gonna say, Bob doesn't actually know who Engineer is.
Oh yeah, of course you wouldn't, would you? I mean,
no, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob heard news involving the studio, kind of, but overall he doesn't actually know who anybody is, and he's never watched a movie. So.
Oh my goodness, you and the engineer are gonna have to talk. So, but he finishes up tidying up your lovely little radio, who he thinks is splendid, and gives him not a too hard pat, but it's a solid pat. So I think Red sort of bounces up and down on his hydraulic limbs or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, the engineer stands there and is like, "Well, I mean, we actually did fairly well in the last movie. Hey, can we give them a reward or something? I mean, they basically, how many times did you save my life? I don't actually, no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. You all receive 40 gold for saving the engineer. Thank you very much for doing that. And
how much gold?
40 pieces of gold. And out of the engineer's pocket, he actually gives you passes for the studio. These are basically honorary security badges. He's not going to ask you to come on board and be security because that's a bit much. But you can come to the studio. You're cool. You are cool with the studio. And he says, "I've really got to up security. I've got to find someone who's good at making cameras, but not the usual kind of cameras that I use. I've been thinking of stepping it up the ages, but the owls, they're not really meant to be security. They're making films. That's their job. I don't suppose you know anybody who's good at making that sort of device, mechanical things like that?"
Elon's just going to go look at Bob and Rad and be like,
Bob is in the process of putting the studio pass on Rad because he thinks, "Oh, you're very good at fighting. Maybe you could do security stuff." Aww. And Rad is doing a little salute as he's getting the studio pass.
Oh.
And Bob just looks up I mean, it's kind of actually why I came here in the first place. I was looking for work.
Really? Well, you and me are going to talk. You and me are going to talk. How about you two? I mean, did you just get dragged along on this not wild goose chase, because it actually proved to be fairly worthwhile?
Mostly yes. I was just happened to be passing by, but I've heard much about you. This is a impressive place, and I appreciate what you're doing for Inkwell.
He is likewise appreciative and does one of those, he straightens his tie and does a little immodest head waggle in a sort of, "Oh, yes, I know I'm a bit famous." How about you, Ron? What do you say?
Well, I have heard, I guess, rumor about this, that you've been having, assassination attempts?
Oh, hi, at least 2 or 3 a week. It's getting boring.
What?
Yeah, you get what you get when you're this famous. It's fine.
Wait, who are you?
Oh.
Oh.
He actually doesn't know what to
Johan's
say to that. He just does a double take and looks at you like, what?
Can Johan like pull like a newspaper like regarding the engineer out of his
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, and then he just like opens it up and hands it to Bob.
Bob's just gonna read that and go, oh.
The penny drops. But the engineer
is
sorry.
to speed now.
Yeah, the engineer is paying attention to Rowan. He's like, so you came out your way to see if I was all right?
Yes, that, and I was just. It just seemed very like, as to confusing as to why this was happening, and I wanted to check it out and see, maybe if you needed help.
Do you want to be on my security team? Because you do actually sound like someone who would be good at it.
Well, more or less, I guess. If you need the help, though.
Well, considering what a splendid job my owls have been doing today, and he gives the people who are behind him a bit of a scathing look, and they're like, sorry. There's a bit of foot scuffing, you know. They're doing their best, but like, yeah, this is not really their specialty. They make movies. They're not security guards. You would have thought that owls would be better at perception, but so maybe I'll talk to some of the crows, but if you'd be willing, I could take you on.
Sounds nice.
Alright, okay, I'll divvy up a contract for you. What did you say your name was? And he's looking at you, Johan.
Oh, Johan Klastin. I'm well from out. You might not know of it. We don't even have movies out that way. But he takes out the peerage papers again and hands them over formally so the engineer can take a look at them.
I'm gonna say, like, the engineer doesn't really do peerage. Again, like, the same vibe as with the penguin out front. He's a very anti-authoritarian sort of a person and doesn't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. So he kind of gives it a look, but basically hands it back and he's kind of like, I don't care about pieces of paper. What I care about is people, and you three have proved that you're made of sterling stuff. Bob was it? I'm very interested in what you can bring to the table. Rowan, we are going to be friends, I can tell. I mean, we're the same colour, we're practically cut from the same cloth, I suspect. And you are almost the same texture as him, so that's quite nice. But he looks at you, Johan, and is like, would you like to join?
In your employ? He looks a little conflicted. Because while he might be full of holes, this has been a very entertaining afternoon.
Oh, I will say there's definitely been some clerics up to, like, heal you guys. Like, he's been fixing up the radio. Nice. He's been fixing up the radio. You guys have had, like, a med team seeing to you. You all heal completely, definitely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
There's an Aarakocra barn owl who's especially on the case. So, yeah, you're definitely all healed up. It's all good.
Okay, good. He seems very conflicted. And he finally comes to a decision and kind of just quietly shakes his head. I appreciate your offer, but I have much on my plate at the moment.
I can respect that. And he gives you a hearty pat on the arm. It was just an open offer if you were, like, here to do that. Like, Rowan seems to be pretty eager. He says, well, you're always welcome. All of you are always welcome. Thank you very much for what you did. Wish you'd left me more to play with. And he cracks his knuckles and is sort of, I would have liked to really actually go to town on these people. But he also says, like, did they say anything as, like, I mean, I kind of understand why they tried to date, but this seems a bit extreme. Also, the smiling, is that not a bit weird?
They seem to be under some sort of magical effect.
The big one did mention meeting someone at a bar who who I guess told him?
Who suggested? I think maybe perhaps...
Suggestion spell?
That was what I was thinking.
The engineer's left ear flicks because he's come across people under the effect of suggestion. My word, he really has. So he says, that sounds all too plausible. We'll question them on that. Don't you worry. And I think this is basically where it fades out. You've all had your rewards. You've got a pass. You're friends with the engineer and the staff. They all basically know who you are. You're chill. And we actually leave later in the day because we have gone to the police station and they have been grilled. These people have been grilled. And the smiles have kind of disappeared now. Whatever effect they were under, they basically had been under suggestion. And they followed it through. They went to assassinate the engineer. And it didn't succeed, but they did at least do that. And they all try and remember individually what happened in the bar, but it's all really hazy. And on the one hand, they can all agree that this person that they talked to was a guy, and he was very charismatic, very persuasive, very sympathetic, really funny, actually, really, really funny guy. But they all disagree on what he looked like. One of them says that he was a 2D character, other people think he was a CGI, and Odie insists that he was real kind. He's absolutely sure. So none of them can agree on that. And that's the puzzle that I will leave you with. Thank you very much for playing my game, and not letting my character be assassinated by being dropped into a vat full of dip.
Yeah. I will say
Yay!
Bob probably makes like a little like, oh yeah, you may want to check the room beneath the space beneath the sound check.
Yeah, and that's a safe over your mark, I'm afraid.
Yep. The lawyer that puts away the troop wheels that out as Exhibit A, and that's basically it. That's all they need. Just okay.
Oh, man. Oh my, that was a delight.
That was fun.
Oh, that was so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you. And here's the marvelous finished title card that Cell did, and I love it so.
Oh, it's so good, Cell.
Oh, it's so good.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
That Rowan coming in for just that, taking out the healer in one hit, that was so good.
That was such good.
Such a little badass. Ah.
And there was total chance, like, that you picked the right guy.
Oh man.
Marvelous.
Oh, that's great.
I was really
Okay.
surprised.
Thank you for such a fun game.
It's
Thank you
alright.
both so much.
Thank you all for being such good players. I've wanted to play with Breaks and Fable for ages, and like Sal, obviously, because I'm such a huge fan. I love your art, and you're a lovely, lovely person. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
Thank you
Oh
so
my gosh.
much.
Oh.
Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything else anyone would like to add?
Oh, I do have something funny, but
Yeah, I like
Okay.
funny. Go for
With
it.
it.
yeah. Okay. I was thinking about this for a while. I wanted to just add maybe Rowan would want to ask the engineer a question because
Okay, yeah.
yeah, he wants to ask him a question. Like, I have a very serious question to ask.
Alright, go on.
So, I am new to this city, this place. Do you know any good bakery places?
Oh, I know exactly the right place to send you. And he puts a chummy arm around your shoulders because, yeah, boy, he knows a really good bakery.
Excellent.
That's actually wonderful because the next game I'm going to run, I will now reveal this, is going to be absolute chaos. And it involves Pam, and it also involves Snailian, Charlie, and Shopskid.
Oh, yay!
So that's next week. Enjoy!
Yay! Thank you,
Good
Mod.
segue, good segue. Okay,
This is a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank
Oh, yeah,
you.
so much
That's
fun.
great.
you guys made it great. I had no idea how you were going to handle this. I mean, like I said, I kind of cheated on, like, maps of inside the building, but I figured, like, it would just be easier by role-playing, so thanks for letting me do that.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Theater Mind makes things a lot easier in some
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
I'm really
Okey-doke.
glad to have a theater background to get what was going on.
All right, let's. Shall we wrap it up? Anything else? Any post-credit scenes? Anybody else?
I think Bob's gonna find whoever the HR person is and formally give them his resume.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
gonna say Bob gets to be the new accountant because like They need
God.
one. They really need one.
Oh my god.
This studio, this
Bob!
entire studio has been hurting from the loss of Victor Tim in many ways, but one of them is definitely because, like, they don't have a really good financier, not financier, a person to deal with money and numbers, like, seriously, I can't even think of the word for it. So, yeah, you're welcome onto the team, definitely. Not to say that
Okay.
more accountants would be welcome, like, there's a lot of paperwork to do, so if anybody else turns
a
up.
lot.
And,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, the hunt for someone to sort out security cameras, like, may extend to Bob, but, you know, it's funny, the engineer has this sort of half memory of this wonderfully eccentric, explosive lady who's really good at making stuff. It's like on the tip of his brain, he can't quite bring her name to mind, but maybe we'll find out later. Okay, shall I stop recording? Is this good?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you everybody for listening, and see you guys next time on Toonkind DnD, because apparently this is like a thing that we do now. Wow, forever. Jeez.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I need to go to the bathroom now.
Oh my gosh, yes, run. Run, man, run.
I'm drinking a lot of water.
Go.
So Mod,
Oh,
Bye.
same.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'll be back. Bye.
thank you for an amazing game. It was fun playing with you guys.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much.
Bye.